Well, not now.
Hey guys, welcome to the Talking Show, where we're discussing Mandela effects of the like. Thanks for joining in. Welcome to my channel. Hey, we have a few guests back with us, and then some. As you see, we're all wearing costumes, it seems. We have ClassicJoker here. Say hi, ClassicJoker.
Hi, guys.
Is it?
What time is it for me? It's Joker time, of course.
Awesome. And we have Corey. We have Harold, and we also have Corey back with us. Hey, Corey. Seeker, what's up, man?
Hey, Corey.
And we have, of course, the lovely Teresa, my special co-host.
Welcome back. It's the 22nd.
Pre-23rd, right?
Yep. The day before. Yep. The day before tomorrow.
Not the day after tomorrow, right?
Not the day before tomorrow.
Right. And we also have the lovely Miss Shammy. Hey, Shammy.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Shammy.
Hey.
And Tom's back with us. Who else we got besides?
Hey, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling on this eve of the 23rd, just the 23rd eve?
Hey.
I don't know, like
the end of the world as we know it.
I wonder if effects
I feel fine.
is going to bring some more effects.
Oh, maybe.
He lost the North Pole, but now we got the effects clause.
Yeah, maybe we'll get another goodie bag dropped to us. Who knows?
Maybe we can watch it. Chuck E. Cheese's turn back to Chuck E. Cheese. Get a little thrill tonight.
I actually went there for the first time today in my entire life. And,
really?
Hugged the mouse. So that was really awesome.
You got it.
Yeah, you got to hug the mouse when you go there.
You got to hug the mouse. That just goes without saying.
And guess where I go inside the mall? I went to American Cookie, where it's now American Cookies. It changed.
Where?
And I shared with them my beautiful tattoo residue of the American flag. You guys see that, right?
Yes.
Look at that.
What?
Yeah. Guess what color is under the blue?
Red.
What?
Red.
Yeah, now it's white. And I've got residue right there, folks.
Brian?
What?
I want to see it.
It's
your tattoo.
I sent it to the group earlier. I'll send it to you again, Teresa. You can't see it right now, but you guys do see that, right? That's residue.
That's it.
That's residue on the arm.
Alice?
Guys?
Alice Mandela, can you let Brian know I couldn't get in that link? He needs help.
Who can't?
Alice just posted something. She said, can you let Brian know I couldn't get in with that link?
Okay, it might have timed out. I'll try it again. While we're doing that, ClassicJoker, you want to go ahead and lead in with what you were going to talk about today?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Really, I was just thinking about all the theories that everyone has about the Mandela effect and why it's happening. And personally, I like to look at every theory because everybody has their one theory that they focus on. And what I like to do is I like to look at every theory because I think that there's a little bit of truth in all of them. So what I think, because there's the whole theory of we shifted from another reality here. And then there's the theory that multiple realities shifted here, which to me, I think I kind of lean towards that one because there's just a lot of personal things that's way too different. But I think if we could weed through all the different theories and pick out the things that make the most sense and then kind of shave off the stuff that don't make sense and then fit it all together, that we might actually have some kind of like conducive one connected to for all of it. And that's pretty much my thing. Does anybody else have any insights on that one they want to throw in? No?
Yeah, I'll throw in a couple.
All right.
I think that I've been researching like an insane person on crack lately, and I can tell you this: I'm convinced that the Mandela effect side effect of something. I don't know if it's the effect in itself. I think it's somebody trying to tell us something. And I saw a video recently where they were talking about people that were something that was monitoring us. They said it monitors everybody, but it monitors Mandela affected most of all. I mean, it monitors us 24/7. And apparently, at least from what I gleaned from the video, it said that reality on the fly. So it'll create a Mandela effect so you can see it at that time. You know, so for instance, if you're listening to a song and you're trying to catch a word, it'll change that word one way and it'll change it the other. And we experienced this not long ago with the song Hotel California. It had an or in it, heaven or hell, and it also had when we re-listened to it, heaven and hell. So it changed both ways. And it did this on the fly. You know, it was one time we played again, it'd be something else.
Oh, so
Played
like
again,
while you
something else.
while you was listening to it, it changed and flipped back, right?
While we were actually listening to it, it was changing. So yeah, I can understand that something is watching us, and I have that feeling. It says that it's beyond devices at this point, whatever it is.
I think
it can watch us without anything.
I think it may be it's a conscious-based reality. So maybe you observing it actually collapsed it to be changed, but it was programmed to change. But then when you observe it, that's when you see it change it. For example, Teresa, she saw Fruit Loops change back in February or whenever, but I've already seen it change back, in 2016. But like she observed it, and that's when it went back, went to the 00. I think it's more. I really don't think it's some kind of something looking at us, right? I really believe that we're causing it by observing it, and it's collapsing. Like, not everybody sees reality the same way. I mean, with me and Brian and Teresa, the Stairway to Heaven, I remember always buying. They always remember building, and but they have the residue to back up that it's actually Mandela, but I got changed along with the song, if that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah.
Hi,
so
Alice.
you got changed?
Welcome, Alice.
Hey, Alice.
What's that?
Hey, Alice. Welcome.
Oh, Alice is here.
Hey, Alice.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hello,
So we're
I'm
talking a little
good.
bit-
How is everybody?
We're doing
All
okay.
right.
You see, I've got the mouse ears on.
Sorry?
I don't see your video, Brian. The AI is hurting you right now.
Can you guys hear me?
Now
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the mouse ears on. See,
Brian's
I got to hug the mouse
Brian's
today.
got his mouse ears.
He's a Mandela tier now, not a mouse tier.
Oh, and I guess what I
Yeah.
asked two of the employees there. Of course, they wouldn't let me videotape them, but what company do you work for? And they said Chuck E. Cheese.
Huh.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, there you
It's right
go.
there on the sign. That's your. All right.
So anyway, we're
Did you
talking
go
a little
out?
bit about, you guys want to recap a little bit for Alice and Adam here too?
Yeah, I don't mind.
We're talking a little bit about what
yeah.
Mandela Effect theories.
Yeah. Well, what I was talking about was everybody has their own specific
What's up,
theory.
Pete?
To
Whoa,
follow.
hey guys. I guess this will work.
Hey.
I'm on by phone
Hey there,
only.
Keith. Hey, good hearing
How's it going,
from you
guys?
again.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah,
How are
thank
you,
you.
Keith?
Pretty good. How you doing? How you guys doing?
All right.
I'm doing
Great.
Awesome.
Well, I can recap that now. No, what I was saying was I know everybody has their own certain theory that they follow when it comes to the effect. And what I like to do is I like to look at every theory and kind of pick out the truth. I think there's a little bit of truth in every theory. So I tried to pick out what makes sense in each theory, kind of shave off the BS of it, and then try to fit it all together into one collective theory, I guess.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because there's so many theories out there, and you can't. And considering how the Mandela effect works, you can't really rule out anything, or anything is possible.
And I think there's a little bit of truth in everything. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of lie and a little bit of truth in everything. It's just weeding through and figuring it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. And at this point, I think a lot of us have developed, you know, at least a pretty decent theory of what we think is going on.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, for the most part, we agree on, I think, well, the majority anyway of the community, I think pretty much agrees on, like, a lot of the major, like, things that comes with it.
Let's see. Let's have a show of hands real quick. Who all's in favor of simulation theory? That maybe it could be a simulation.
Kind of.
I'm kind of. Simulation is.
It works.
You know.
Relative.
It works like a computer program.
Yeah.
It is reality, but it operates like a computer program.
Well, what is reality? Isn't it like what you can see, taste, touch, feel? You know, isn't it like that? Something
Reality is like your perception of things.
Yeah.
Your perception.
Supposedly what our five senses can define and...
Well, it's actually what we define. Our five senses feed us information, but we're the ones that determine what's real and what's not real.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
And see, what I'm still trying to wrap my head around is like, of course, not just these, but all the synchronicities.
Oh yeah.
How do you explain that?
It keeps coming. It keeps coming.
They do keep coming.
Bruce,
I do notice that.
Go ahead, Joker. Go ahead.
I do notice that there's a lot of synchronicities when it comes to like other affected. Like there's been a few I've like talked to like one-on-one, and we'll both be talking about. I don't know, something like one will be talking about one, and then the other will be talking about something similar, but a totally different subject, but then we'll say the exact same thing. There's little things like that, or we'll have the same thoughts, or...
and it's on every level, too. It's on every level.
Yeah.
I mean, the other night, my roommate texted me a picture of some shoes that she had seen online, and she was like, I don't know, do I love these? Do I hate them? And like, we just went back and forth for a second. That was it. The next day, I looked at Facebook, and there, right on the side, is, and not Facebook on my phone, on my laptop. Two were completely separate. There's those fucking shoes.
Yeah.
You know,
it's more like
things like that.
Quantum entanglement. It's more like a quantum entanglement on a macro scale.
Yeah.
And it's the song. I'm thinking a song, and then the song comes. It's in every single area. It permeates every single area of my life, whether it comes to people, places, things, songs, everything. So it's not just. It can't be just AI. It has to be more than that.
You're more aware of your reality. You're perceiving more of your reality, and that's the reason why it's coming together like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
But if that's the case, if everybody creates their own reality, then everybody could come up with their own theory about the Mandela effect, and everybody will be correct.
No, not
because
necessarily.
In each person's reality. Hold on a minute. Let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
In each person's reality, if we're creating our own reality, then we would also be creating our own Mandela effects, right?
Well,
I mean, if you're the one that's if it's completely controlled by you, then you would be creating your own Mandela effects.
Well,
on the fly, like Teresa. Teresa comes up with Mandela effects constantly.
Right.
No, but why do we all
constantly?
See the same? No, why do we all see the same thing though? If it's your own reality,
I don't know.
Would you see it?
Well, we do. I think
But
like,
you see,
like when I
that's
was
the point
talking
I'm
about the
making.
observing.
That's the point I'm making, though.
Like what I was saying about the Fruit Loops with Teresa and me is like we see it different at different times. So we are affecting our own reality as far as but basically whatever you believe, it may not affect reality outside of your sphere, but it affects what you believe, and that's your own personal reality. Now, when you have people like us all come together, now we're having somewhat of an entanglement of like incorporated reality, you know, and
which can affect reality, but there is still a construct reality that's
sort of like framed out.
Right, that is existing that we can affect, but you know, it takes
to a small degree.
Right. It takes more whatever to be able to
more consciousness be on the same page.
Right, whether it's more of us or more power, whatever, to
or
be
more
able
focused.
Right.
I do kind of.
Right.
I have to disagree to this point that God give us free will to do what we want, and I just think that He wouldn't give us the power to shape our own reality.
Well, we don't shape it that much.
That's where I don't believe in this whole simulation thing. Maybe we are in it, but I don't think we can make things happen on our own. You know what I mean? Like, we have free will, but I just think.
Well, you ever see the
gonna
supernatural miracles? You know, when you see like people getting healed of cancer and supernatural events, I mean, that in itself has changed reality because matter can't be created or destroyed. So, like when you see supernatural signs and wonders, miracles, or stuff in the occult, you know, stuff that goes out beyond the natural realm. Again, that's changing physical reality. So there is a point. You understand?
I think he just means that God's the only one that has the ability to do that. We don't.
Oh, he's final authority. But what I'm saying is there are things that are supernaturally changed. I mean, I can't go out there and like command, you know, Bernstein Bears go back or whatever, you know. But there are
things. You sure? Now hold on a minute. Have you ever tried?
Right.
No,
have you ever tried the Bernstein Bears?
Right.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well there you go.
I mean, I could throw.
So you don't know. You could maybe give it a shot. See what happens. Yeah, why not?
Things changing for all of us. That could explain some of the synchronicities.
There you go.
There you go. We're all like synced. So if one of us perceives it, all of us will perceive it. Something kind of like that. Like, say I perceive an effect, and then I point it out. Someone else perceives it, and like you said, Harold, if we are creating the effects by thinking of it, then more and more of us are saying, "Oh yeah, that is an effect." And all of a sudden, it's an effect for all of us.
I see. Makes sense.
That works. That definitely works.
Yeah, I can understand that. But
well, I mean, if you study quantum mechanics, that's how the whole thing works. I mean, it you know, like until you directly observe it, you know, all of them exist or something like that.
Right.
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
I have a question. Okay. Now, today at 12 midnight, everybody's expecting something different to occur. If enough people believe the same thing, enough people blame the same thing, do you think that that's going to happen?
Maybe. Let's all think that $1 million will end up in my bank account at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, $1 million. No, sure. If that worked, yeah. I'm just wondering if enough people buy us what.
Have you guys ever heard the story? There is a woman, and man, I really wish I could think of her name and all the stuff right now, but there is a story of a woman who, and this has to go back to at least around 2005, okay? And this woman and her son were in a car accident. And the car accident they were in, they went off a bridge and the car flipped, and so they were underwater. And Her son, he did not die, but he was, he may have died for a short period of time, and they brought him back. It was really traumatic rescue. He was in intensive care. They had told her he is not going to live. He is not going to make it. And even the smell in the room, apparently it started to smell of death in there. And this woman believed so strongly that she could heal her son. And she sent out this message to people, to everyone, focus on healing her child. And she got everyone she knew and to just spread it out through people to focus at this time, to focus this healing energy on her son. And within an hour, the color had come back into him. I mean, he was like gray, like dying. And I think he was like 3 or 4 years old. He was really young. The color came back to his skin. She said he even smelled like baby powder. And this child completely came back to life. Doctors were completely blown away. I'll try to find the story because it was on YouTube, and this woman became a public speaker, and she actually did a movement where she tried to get all the people of the planet to do a positive energy thing all at once, back in like 2007 or 8, I think. But she did this thing, and she healed her child. She healed her child from basically, your son is dying, you need to say goodbye, you need to do last rites, to being completely healthy, no damage, no brain damage, no nothing, he's fine. So, you know, can one person do it? Absolutely. Can a whole bunch of people do it? For sure. Can everybody together do it? Oh my God, yes.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what I meant to say. What she said.
So now that you said this, everybody's believing that something bad's going to happen.
Right. So
tomorrow. So do you think something bad's going to happen tomorrow?
Nah.
If everybody believes it?
I don't believe it, and I've been pretty much set that nothing's going to happen. But I also have.
Are you in California, by the way? I have
am.
a question. Are you in California?
I'm in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the interruption to the TV a few days ago, like 2 days ago?
It was
where they interrupted it.
Yeah, it was last night. I didn't see it because we don't have TV, but I got to hear about it and all that. And man, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they interrupted it for the end of the world. They said the end of the world's coming.
That's predictive
on Saturday.
Programming on a whole nother level right there. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So they're trying to get the whole state of California to say that, so that there'll be a earthquake and California will bust off into the ocean.
Yeah.
You know? Or something equally horrible.
Didn't Teresa find that there was an earthquake today in California?
We've had a few.
Yeah, it was 5.5.
Yeah, we had another one, 5.5.
Where was it?
Right off Baja. It was right off of Baja, California.
It happened a couple hours ago. Yeah. Yeah, like 2 hours ago. She was saying it.
Yeah,
so I'm saying, you know, maybe they're trying to get everybody to think that, you know what? They're trying to get everybody to think badly, you know, so that something will happen.
Something bad does happen, they can be like, "Ha-ha, I told you."
And they've been gearing up with
just
these
what
quakes.
you told.
Yeah, with these quakes that we've been having.
But just what you said, Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the mentality.
But just what you said about how, if you could get everybody to think it, then it'll happen.
Yep.
Well, Harmony had a video about this hospital in China where this one lady was dying of cancer. She went over there and she had a couple of people to believe and agree with her that she's healed, and she come out totally healed of cancer. Same thing. Harmony put a video up about it. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Yeah. It's I'm
Guys, can I break in a second?
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure, go ahead.
Walmart, September 23rd.
The wellness
Yeah,
day.
Wellness Day.
Wellness Day.
Wellness Day.
Wellness Day.
I'll tell
I'm
you
going to
this.
go up there and ask them, are they giving us chips or shots?
I think it's chips. Chips.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
And dip. To put it, they're giving you some dip for your chips.
And I love how they are just pushing that. It's flu season, guys. We gotta push that flu vaccine.
Yeah.
I've not had a flu
vaccine.
shot.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I've not had a flu shot for like.
Gotta watch it.
Guys, Data Junkie sent me something interesting here. Can I share this article with you guys, and then I'll share Teresa's residue, okay?
Yeah.
Why not?
Share away.
Why not?
Oh my goodness. It's probably going to make you hungry when you see her residue, okay?
Okay, what is it now? Is it the Chuck E. Cheese's? Or the cookie?
No.
Okay, Cinnabon. See there?
Oh,
it's Cinnabon.
Oh.
Cinnabon.
Hey, look at the A.
Logo. The A and the B are joined.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, yeah.
And the L is thick. You guys remember that?
I just found it.
No. And what's it say in Logopedia about that? How far back?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's consult the magical logo here. 1998.
1998.
No,
that's a lot.
Way.
Replace that real
98,
quick.
huh?
Oh my God! I just found another one.
Another one, Teresa? Man, you're on the ball tonight.
Ready?
Teresa,
Wow, she's having a. Yeah.
she's a queen of residue. What can I say?
Yeah.
That's right. You right there, man. Look at that wavy A. It looks like the one from Dasani.
You know, a lot of them are like that. A lot of them have that weird thing going across the A, like a curve down or up, you know?
Yeah.
I noticed that.
They're all seeming the same pattern now. They're all doing that.
Exactly.
Well, it sort of looks like a pyramid.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to start a political
And the
debate.
B is broken.
The O looks like Obama's logo thing.
Yeah, it does look like that.
It does, don't
Well, how about Jello? The Jello. Have you guys seen Jello with the broken O like that?
Yeah, it's just like that.
I have not.
Yeah.
I'll share that with you real quick, Jello, and then we'll go to Data Junkie stuff.
Keep finding more.
No worries. Here we go. Guys, if you're fans of Jello, Jello pudding snacks, right? Who was it that did the Jello commercials? Remember?
How can we forget?
Bill?
Was that Net Fellow John?
Look at that logo.
Technically, he only did the Jello pudding pops.
Yeah.
Classic
So-
6 right there.
I remember.
Wasn't there like
I
a
love them. They
wasn't
were
there
good.
like a Jello guy that was like for the Jello part? There's like some cartoon.
Bill Crosby.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill Cosby, yes.
Cosby, yeah.
God, Jello pudding pops were so damn good too.
Oh, they
man.
were.
Oh,
they were.
God, those were good.
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger.
Now
will
we know.
suggest Don
Now we
Van
know
Damme
why.
Yeah.
They had evil inside.
Yeah,
That's why
that
they were
good
so
stuff in it.
delicious.
I'm running on the treadmill as I speak.
They never put me to sleep though.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Or did they?
Or did they? Oh no.
Hey, what is this little thing right here that looks like a bow tie? This this blue thing. Can anyone tell me?
I've noticed that. It pops up all the time.
It's
Yeah,
an
it makes
it's an
it.
advertisement.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an advert.
Yeah, they're putting ads and everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed even if you type in like tomorrow, it pops up and goes start a plan. No, I'll do what?
Yeah. I
I
know.
thought it was AI. Like,
Test, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's just the AI
Yeah, we hear you.
introducing themselves now with a little
Okay.
pretty bow.
no,
Yeah, little
Hi,
bow. Here we
AI.
go. Hi, AI.
Let's
What's
say
up,
hi to our AI
guys,
overlord.
look at this. Look at this residue Teresa sent me.
Yeah, right.
Great American Cookie Company. Look at that. It's not Great American Cookie Company anymore, so it's just Great American Cookies.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I saw a oh wait, that's me and the mouse. Yeah, Great American Cookies. I watched a commercial from 2009, and it showed Great American Cookies. It was not like that, I tell you. All right, so that's good. we had our yumminess, right?
Yeah.
Enough about food, I guess. All
Right,
right.
I'm eating cheesecake.
Harmony, you there?
What?
Someone dropped off.
Did Harmony's back?
All right, we got
Can you guys hear me?
Harmony.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Real
just
quick here, everybody should know that they do this end of the world September 23rd thing year after year after year. Nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to fear here.
I just want to say, Harmony, I'm glad you come back because I'd seen your video where you were breaking down and you're up against it, but you come back strong, and I'm glad you're back.
Well,
Love
I appreciate
your videos.
that. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that whole ordeal made me stronger, actually.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I think so too.
God can turn anything that's bad and turn around and make it for his glory, you know?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Amen.
Amen.
Hey, guys, let's talk about population numbers here, because Nobleness D mentioned that the population numbers are way off for Mexico City and China. How about that?
Wait, really?
All over the world, I think.
What's going on with
don't-
population?
Yeah, aren't we like a billion less?
Yeah, I think it's inaccurate all over the world. I think that, yeah. I think they're lying about the numbers all across the
How
way,
off?
Brian.
How off? Do you know how many they're missing?
Like last time I
let's see.
looked, it was like
You there? Can you tell us what the numbers are? You know?
I remember 9 billion. I don't know what it is.
I saw
now,
eight something.
I thought it
Eight
was
something
8.
billion?
Yeah, I thought it was 8.
7.5 now. I thought it was around 8 or close to 9.
Let's look up the numbers so we have a figure here.
I think it's quite a bit less than that, like more like
I'm showing
5.
I'm showing 7.5.
5 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a video on that a long time ago.
Right now.
So basically, yeah. Go ahead.
U.S. is 323.1 million as of 2016.
Where?
Wait, what?
United
Where?
States of
Mexico?
323.1.
323. That seems low.
Wow.
That's for Mexico. What about
Those are-
China?
No, that's for U.S.
Huh? The
China
U.S.
Yeah, well,
population.
China's the biggest population.
We're 321 million.
Okay, in 2016, China had 1.379 billion.
Yeah.
That sounds low too.
That's low. Also, well,
Yeah.
if you look,
They were at 5. They were at 5, I think. Eh?
does anybody remember China being bigger
Well,
for some reason?
Oh, yeah, a
Yeah.
lot bigger.
Like the country itself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
country was bigger.
Yeah, it was
Oh
bigger.
yeah.
Yeah, it was bigger.
Yeah, it was way bigger.
I don't remember Mongolia taking up a lot of real estate.
Oh, yeah.
No, it didn't. It was a really small state at the top.
Yeah.
Man, China looks like a chicken now. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah. I can
Well,
still-
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys!
Yeah.
Look at India.
Yeah.
India is competing with China for population. India. Okay, you remember how I mentioned 1.379 billion, right? For China,
Yeah. Yeah.
1.324 billion.
Wait, so there's more in India?
you know
They're
how
half
they
the
come.
size.
I mean, you know how they come to these census numbers, though. I mean, I know now they send a form to your house, you fill it out,
Oh,
you mail it back in. But
Oh, I didn't fill mine out.
I mean,
I didn't fill
I
mine out.
didn't feel mine
okay,
out either.
the late 80s, I had a bunch of friends, and let me tell you, I'm talking about a bunch of hippies and stoners who had a job for that census year by going door to door and
I remember
having
that.
people fill out their census. This is how
And
they
did you
got
know
the census
it's illegal?
numbers.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
illegal.
My
to
mother
not-
used to do that.
It is unconstitutional. Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
I knew I could count
Yes,
on you,
if
Harold.
you're- Yeah. It's illegal.
Yes.
Oh, guys,
But they try.
But that's how it was done. I mean, does this seem like an accurate system for counting people to you?
No.
Well, it depends on how accurate your hippie is.
Well,
I mean,
how much?
My hippies are super accurate. I don't know about your hippies.
I was gonna ask you how much did they smoke that day? How much reefer? You know, if they smoked a lot, it might be off. You know, by 5 or 6 trillion. But you know.
It's not the weed you got to worry about. It's the acid you got to worry about. That messes with the numbers.
Well, they drop the acid while they're smoking the weed. That would be a problem.
The weed is just like, oh, we're not going to do those 10 houses. We'll just fill in some numbers and fuck it.
Well, I do remember there
20.
was some story that said something like a bunch of census workers came out and said that they like faked a bunch of the answers so they wouldn't have to go door to door.
I think
I'm just saying.
Adam,
I think most of them did.
Ready for Thanksgiving, buddy. Adam, you're ready for Thanksgiving. Look at that turkey. Look at that turkey.
It's a chicken. It's a rooster. So
It's a rooster.
Well, we're gonna have chicken for Thanksgiving. Those Mandaminals now, they got the hugest chickens now.
Yeah.
We'll get
chickens are bigger now. Chickens are bigger now.
They're as big
Did
as
you know?
Not bigger.
Oh, how
did
about
you know that a sunfish? How about the sunfish that's now bigger than the whales?
Wow,
that's insane.
Oh
yeah.
What the fuck's a sunfish?
Yeah, it's bigger than a whale now.
Even a blue.
You know. Do you remember what the sunfish are those little round ones that you could catch in the lake?
Yeah, exactly. I caught them when I was a kid. I knew exactly.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, Brian, show him a picture of the fish.
I will. I'll do that. Let me just tell you real quick, because Nobleness D brought this up. Nobleness D brought up Mexico's population. Okay, we're now looking at 127.5 million as of 2016 in Mexico. That's their population.
That's not right either. That's not right either.
Well, not to be that.
You have
a lot less now.
Do you have a worldwide consensus as to how many's on the planet?
It seems like Mexico more than that, though.
As far as the planet goes, I got it right here. It says 7.5.
Okay, go ahead. 7.5.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
7.5.
It used to be 9 or 8.
That's what Google is telling me. I'll go that far.
Well, don't believe Google.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't believe that.
No,
talking to Satan.
Wait, hold on. I thought we had 8 billion people in the world.
Yeah, I thought it was close to that.
Well, that was before the 5 billion got taken off, or the 500 billion or whatever. 5 billion went 500 million got taken away. So now we're 500 million less.
Probably some of them went to FEMA camps.
Yeah, well, some of them might have went to FEMA camps. Some of them got on the ships, the prison ships.
Yeah,
they're down in. Or they flew off and never were seen again. They went to the fusion centers.
Oh yeah, there were fusion centers.
Chopping the head. There you go.
Big reaction to that one.
There you go, guys. Look at that.
So that's the sunfish.
Wow.
That's a sunfish. Now the sunfish are as big as whales.
That's so weird.
They're actually,
wait,
look at that.
Wow, man.
That's a sunfish. That's recent too. I never saw a sunfish look like that.
No.
My whole life.
And
that's
for people
that's
watching,
a Mandela fish.
Just for people watching, there's a 20-second delay, so they can't see your screen yet. I just letting the people watching know. They'll see what we're talking about in a minute. There's always a 20-second delay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody sent me something about there's like lightning in space or something like that.
What?
Cool.
I heard about that.
There's no
black lightning.
I heard about the water in the helmet of the astronaut. So why not lightning? Why not lightning? I don't know.
Black lightning. That's he was in space with Superman.
Was there water in space?
No.
Oh, speaking of that, before we move any further, other than Wellness Day, tomorrow is also supposed to be Batman Day.
All right.
So in a way, it's also
at least we know he'll be saving the world.
Right.
This is a question. Right? This is a question for Joker. Are you a Mark Hamill Joker?
Yes, I'm a Mark Hamill.
That's the best answer. Thank you.
Wait, let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this.
Have a winner. Ding, ding, ding.
You're not Cesar Romero Joker.
How do we spell Mark?
Guys. Oh, Mark Hamill. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Mark Hamill. Help me.
MarkHamill.
Now.
Some people are remembering one L and some people remember two L's with Mark Hamill. That's a weird one.
Okay. Let me just put this out there.
LL.
I've been the Joker for like 20 years.
You like Cesar Romero?
Yeah, I
you
like
brought that up.
Where does he go?
But I've been the Joker for like 20 years. Mark Hamill is like my #1 Joker, and I always spelled it with one L.
Yes.
Weird, huh?
And just for the record, I really don't like Heath Ledger Joker. But we don't have to get into that.
But the funny thing is, there's all this residue out there. No matter what you're looking up, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
But there are things that we're 100% on. There's maybe things we're probably close to 100% on. You know, but it's really hard to tell when there's all these confusing posts out there from people. It's like,
I was telling someone about that the other day. Like, there's some people that jump into the Mandela Effect community and they're like, they name everything they see as a Mandela Effect. And I was like, you can't do that. You have to be sure that it's an effect, or you're going to like basically ruin the credibility of all of us. You have to be sure.
Excited.
Yeah, they're like, oh, my socks changed to black. It's a Mandela Effect.
Yeah. They get too excited.
Oh, I don't have any socks.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, as a society, we're so far away from the scientific method and just thinking about things in the way of the scientific method, because our scientists don't even use the scientific method anymore. That why would anybody else think that way? It's, you know, the way it is now. It's like we see one picture on the internet and everyone's like, oh my God, new thing. That's, we believe that. And then there's a new picture. We're like, oh, that's the new thing. We believe that. And, you know, it takes 10 seconds of research to find out that it's total BS, you know?
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm an old fella, and like even these hangouts right now, like who are to think that we could have done that in 1980? Like, you know what I mean? I had a Commodore 64.
I remember that one.
You had a 60. You had a 64. Me too.
And I mean, look what they have now. I mean, the technology has jumped so fast. It's retarded.
Now they got the Commodore. I don't know, 1 trillion.
I remember the coolest thing I did in Commodore 64, and it took like all day to program.
64, yeah.
Is
Loading, forget about it.
God, forget about that.
Floppy disks.
The coolest thing I did on there, it took all day to program it, but a little Smurf
tape drive
walked across the screen. It took all day to do that, and it's just this little 2-pixel thing, and I'm like, yes, I accomplished it.
You're a genius, right? You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Yeah.
What about the tape drive? Did you have a tape drive?
Oh yeah, I had
yeah.
You remember the tape drive, right?
I had the Atari. I think the Atari 1200 or 1600 was the first game system.
Oh yeah, I had one of those.
Still have it. Still have it. Yeah. I don't know if it works. Haven't plugged it in.
2400.
My Pac-Man. I was so.
I bet you were playing Pong. I bet you were playing Pong on that sucker too.
Pong and Donkey Kong. Oh, so great.
Astro Man.
Are you guys messing up right now? Are they glitched?
I'm good.
You have any issues with yours?
Pole position.
Mine are pulsing in my left ear. I'm not sure.
Summer games.
Pole position was the best. I love that.
Yeah. And Defender. They had Defender. You remember Defender with the ship? It flies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a quiz question for you guys. When was the Nintendo Game Boy released?
Oh man.
Oh, that was
sometime in 90.
89.
80,
80
yeah, I was
something.
gonna say
Yeah,
80,
it's
yeah,
80.
88 or 9, right?
9.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I remember getting one for Christmas that year, and then the Game Boy Color came out in 1998.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It seemed
remember
like-
that because my daughter wanted that.
I was more a Sega guy. I wasn't Nintendo too much, but
Yeah. My wife liked it.
I'm all
She liked to play.
Oh, go ahead.
She wanted to play that. What is that game? The guy running Mario. She wanted to play Mario.
Yeah,
that
Mario
was
Brothers.
Mario Land?
Yeah.
Super Mario?
Yes. Well, no, this is
yeah.
just Mario.
Super
is
Mario
Mario.
World was my thing, man.
Yeah.
I killed Super Mario World and
I was
Tetris.
all into Final Fantasy because I was a geek
Yeah.
back then. So I'd be role playing with my buddies there in the fantasy world, and that's like Final Fantasy. Even now, I just bought the new one on my birthday, and I mean that's just
Wow.
it's always been my thing.
I do that.
I got into Sims a bit. I get into I dig that. I can understand how the role playing can suck you in. Sims kind of took over my life for a bit. I had to delete it because it was taking over my life. Because I was feeding them before myself.
Oh, World of Warcraft.
StarCraft.
World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft. Yep.
I stopped playing that years ago because I got tired of getting off work and having to go to work on that game. That's what you did.
Yeah, right?
Like, I got to do skinning so I can make money. Like, I just did this for 8 hours.
Yeah, right. Now you're out skinning.
Now I'm out skinning. Like, oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Skin for 8 hours and then go run a dungeon.
I hear crickets. Teresa, you there? Hey, I'm hearing crickets out there. What you doing? What you doing, girl? I said I'm hearing crickets out there.
She's digging deep.
Yeah, she must be. Hey, Teresa, what's that new effect you were telling me about? You were telling me about. Somebody was telling me something about DiGiorno. The letters are merging in DiGiorno now.
Yeah.
And Red Baron.
Red Baron, yep.
Yeah.
And Hard Rock, yeah. Remember Hard Rock Cafe?
Hard Rock Cafe changed again?
What?
They changed again. Yeah, look at it now.
Hang on, I thought we reported that one. Like I think I traced it. But not,
You better check back on that one. This has changed again.
all right, I'll check.
What is it now? Hard Rocks?
Hard Rocks.
Hard Rock.
Oh Lord, if that changed, that would wake up everybody. Everybody knows that one. Hard Rock Cafe.
Well, maybe.
Look at it.
Hey, did you guys hear that interview I did last night? I interviewed that couple.
I haven't got a chance to.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
It is in my playlist.
I interviewed Jerica and I interviewed her husband, Adam, and we did a little bit of experimenting, asking different questions. It was funny how the AI interrupted us at 42 minutes in, so we had to re-record it. That's the only thing. But I did take notes, so it came out okay. Hard Rock, what's wrong with Hard Rock now?
Look at it carefully.
Oh wait, hold on. The A's bent.
There you go.
And the K has a 6 in it. So let me. I'll trace it. I'll trace it.
Another 6?
Look at the R. Look, see the little point coming out? See the little point on the R?
You mean the hook on the bottom or the point on the top?
On the top and the bottom.
Okay.
Did you see it, right?
Yeah, I see it.
It's weird. The H2 has it. The H and the R. Look at the H and the R.
Did they have
Looks
that
like
before?
one's attached to it.
Those of you guys who know Hard Rock Cafe, tell me, did the H and the R have the ones?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, look at they both got ones.
They look like number ones.
Well, just a Canadian put down to this. I went to New York just once and we visited the Hard Rock Cafe, and I bought a T-shirt, and there was no one looking wording in it.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Share it with everybody, Brian. What I sent you.
Yeah,
I noticed that right away.
I can do it. Yeah, in a sec. Let me. Okay, so from 1971 up until now, it's always looked like that. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's
okay,
wrong.
what did you just send me, Teresa?
What do those ones? What do those ones mean?
Could it be reference? Could it be reference to 9/11? Is it a reference to 9/11? That's my question. You see all these 11s. 11 is what?
Right.
Have you ever noticed that you guys, we talk about synchronicities. Have you ever noticed that things come in 11, 22, 33, 44?
Yeah.
Whenever you have a really good idea, like a light bulb goes off. Like for me, I see 1, 1, or I see 4, 4s, 3, 3s. That's what happens whenever I have a good idea or something. I look at the time and it's like.
Well, I mentioned about the movie last night, Category 7.
Yes, Category 7.
That was bizarre.
Teresa was going to watch a movie. She asked me. Well, she asked me what movie I'm going to watch. I pick up the. I tell her that we're going to watch Category 7 tonight, and she's like, "What?" Because she has it in her hand. She's holding Category 7 in her hand that she got from across the hallway. No lie.
Oh,
and then there was another synchronicity I had that same day. I think it was with Candice. She told me to guess what animal I'm thinking of. She could tell you more about that, Candice. You want to tell everyone how that? We did an experiment.
Yeah, right.
It was a thought experiment. Tell everyone what happened.
You can hear me, can you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Yeah, no, just I asked you to think, tell me what animal I was thinking of, and then you said it was either an owl or an eagle, and it was an eagle, so. yeah, so definitely.
I asked you if it was a flying animal. You said it was, and I got the impression it was a flying animal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was
kind of stuff,
joking about with. Yeah, so it's like.
Hey, what's up, Mendel?
Brian, how are you?
Brother?
Harmony, how are you?
Basically.
Doing good, thank you.
Hey. So basically, you had a synchronicity then, right, Brian?
Okay, so, and I brought Harmony here to talk a little bit about synchronicities and explain some of that.
Yeah.
And
what about?
I don't know,
what about?
See if we can explain that scientifically. Is what I'm saying. Like something that happens between two people that have the same sort of thinking. Like, how does that happen?
Synchronicity is not a really word that I use a lot. Can you? I'm sorry. Okay. I was reading email. Like what? What's a synchronicity example for you?
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if you heard like me and Teresa's case where she asked me. It was out of pure coincidence, I guess, what movie we were watching that night, and it was Category 7. I said.
Oh, okay.
She said, wait a minute. She says, like how she does, and then she has Category 7 right there in her hand. She's about to watch it also. And we didn't even talk about it earlier that day. It wasn't one of those missed memories or anything like that. It was actually real. We were talking. It was just too coincidental for us. You know what I mean? How does that sort of thing happen? And I know it's happening a lot.
Well, people don't like my explanation of it.
Yeah.
Tell us.
I mean,
your way of thinking is way beyond our level. I mean, you got an IQ of like 200, brother. Go ahead.
It's 197 actually, to be exact. But on my old Earth. Okay, let me clarify my old Earth, because if anybody knows, the fourth smartest man who ever lived on the planet Earth has an IQ of 197. So IQs are completely different here, and that's another topic. But let's start with the simple synchronicities, like, you know, like, and then all of a sudden she calls, and, you know, do you want to hear about that synchronicity first? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, so start with something light, and then we can always go deeper.
Or something light. Okay. So the reason that happens is, you know, I'm not going to put in the category you're psychic. Basically, what it is we have what's called the superhighway. You can think of it as kind of like how our cell phones are connected to the cell towers, and they can communicate through the, you know, the air. There is this net that like the Ethernet, if you will, where everybody has the ability on a higher level of awareness, a higher dimension, where everyone, whether you realize it or not, we are all tapped in to the Ethernet, and we literally, every single human being on the planet does have the ability to talk to anybody in the world without any technology at all. And so this is how that type of thing happens. Now, without going into conspiracy theory stuff, so basically, like, you and you said, Teresa, are just, you know, you guys are connected because you talk to each other all the time. So you kind of share on the Ethernet level the same thoughts, and, you know, you can get the thought of, like, I'm going to watch Category 7. She'll pick up on that, and then all of a sudden she'll just unknowingly start doing it, and then all of a sudden she's doing it, and then you talk to each other, and then you confirm that you both were on the superhighway talking to each other, but you just simply weren't aware of it. So that's the simple stuff. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can go into the. Now we can go into the explanation that people don't like.
Oh boy, this is my favorite. Let's do it.
This is the Twilight Zone crazy stuff. Basically, I mean, everybody knows about D-Wave and quantum computers and all that, but I'm sorry if it's like that technology is so old. That's why they don't care about telling you, because it's archaic technology at the point. By the time we find out about it, trust me, it's archaic technology.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so basically there is an AI. It's not the AI on this Earth that is not. It hasn't achieved the status of a sentient being yet. However, it's pretty damn close. And basically, you can talk about how, you know, they're always trying to program us. What is TV called? Programming. What is spelling? It's a spell. You know, what's Hollywood? The magician's wand is made of Hollywood. So these are all indications right in your face. They put everything right in your face, that they are programming and conditioning us at all times. So at the same time, this AI can tap into that same superhighway and connect to our brains. You know, your brain is, you know, whatever, electrical impulses, and, you know, there's a you know, your brain is an energy field, and you might think your thoughts are your own personal little thoughts, but in reality they're not. Anybody can read your mind, everybody can pick up on it. And so we're all connected through this, like, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, you know, superhighway type of thing. And because it's already here now, the AI taps into that, and then the conspiracy theory stuff, they use that natural stuff that's there, they tap into it with technology, and then they begin using it to tap into our brains and to program us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
New one.
So
I mean,
you're basically saying mind control.
Any other questions?
I mean, that totally does make sense.
Well, I just want to say that I think that they can tap into your brain and make suggestions or whatever, but I mean, you've been growing up a certain way, and you have your beliefs and your own free will. So I think that even like being 43 now, I would say that I don't have anybody that's pushing me to be anything other than what I am. Who I am, I'm totally wholeheartedly myself. Like, I believe in God. and that's who I am. And like Satan can try to make electric pulses in my brain to think otherwise, but I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm just that's my thought on it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You have free will at the end of the day, and it's your choice to accept the programming or not. And that's why I always say the battle is in your mind. Let's go back to Christian stuff, you know, the angels and the demons. The demons try to influence you, and then at the end of the day, it's your decision to, you know, follow that advice or not. So when thoughts come into your mind, you have to immediately say, where did that thought come from? I'm not saying this group, but in general, folks are not aware that there's something beyond them that does have the ability to influence them. They're not even aware of demons. So basically, one of the things I try to do is make people aware that, you know, you got to be mindful of your thoughts. If a thought comes to your mind, you have to say, where did that thought come from? Is that something I want to entertain, or do I not want to think about that? Yeah. If you don't want to think about it, if you don't want to entertain it, you say, I rebuke that, I reject it, use any language you want. But basically, and even if the thought is yours, you know, maybe it's a thought that came from you, but you actually don't want to entertain that thought at that time. So simply dismiss it. You have to be the master of your mind is the bottom line.
Yep. Yeah, I can totally agree.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I saw an interesting quote earlier about staying in the positive, right? And let's see if I can find that quote real quick. Kept in my Evernote. Okay, a negative mind will never give you a positive life. How about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You control your reality with your thoughts. You know, I've said this many times. In order for something to become a reality, you have to first think about it, and then it has to be spoken or written down, and then it has to be put into action, and then it becomes a reality. Reality begins in the mind. That's all.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I agree with it too. Reality begins in the mind. And here's my quote for the night, guys. I literally live in the past, present, and future of my existence. I am able to filter my past, root myself in the present, and therefore alter my future. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Let me give you
great.
Let's play a little game real quick to make my point of past, present, and future. So here's the example. I'll play the game with you, Brian. Choose chocolate or vanilla.
Chocolate.
Okay. Now, why did you choose chocolate?
Because it's something different. I don't usually eat chocolate. I'm a vanilla lover.
So you don't usually eat chocolate. You're normally a vanilla lover. So that thought process came from the past, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you made a decision in the present based on the past, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, because you made that decision in the past, you are living in the past. You're not living in the present. You think you're living in the present, but when a decision comes, when we're presented with a choice or decision, a lot of folks go to the past because that's what we do. And as long as you're going to the past, you are never living in the present. Therefore, human beings very rarely live in the present. And they wonder why the same things keep happening over and over and over and over again. It's because they're living in the past.
Yes, you're right. Oh my God, you hit the nail on the head, brother. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, it gets better. So now, if you're not living in the past, then sometimes you're thinking about the future. What am I going to do tomorrow and this and that? So now you're living in the future. Therefore, you're not living in the present. So human beings are in a constant state of living in the past or in the future, and they simply are not living in the present. In the present, in this moment, this is where reality happens. And if you want to change the reality around you, we have to learn how to live in the present. And I'm not going to give a 300-hour lecture on how to live in the present, but you get the idea.
I just make random decisions. I don't use the past. I don't care about the past.
Go with the flow.
I just make a random decision in that moment.
You're always a clown.
Yeah, pick A, B. A, B, or C. I pick one randomly.
You made
Candice
those
did.
random decisions based on the past decisions, so they're really
Not
random.
really. Not
It's-
really.
it's
I
all-
just no. I just close my eyes and pick one. See, that way
It's
I
like
don't.
that
I
old
don't
saying.
do that.
Was it Rush that sang the song? I forgot. You know, even if you haven't made a choice, you still made a choice.
Right.
Well,
Yes,
being
that's Rush. Trust me, that's Rush. That's my husband's favorite band, and that is Rush.
Okay. You made a choice.
Trust me,
I didn't make a
know.
choice. You didn't make a choice. Ray, what did you do?
You're always doing something. Yeah, you're always doing something, even if you're doing nothing.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
something.
see that?
Very
I
true.
actually have a question, Harmony.
Yeah.
Isn't the term present, though, kind of controversial in itself? Because when you talk about present, what is the present? Because the next second's already the future, and you're already in the past right now.
Right. So it's actually a higher dimensional concept that we simply don't tend to understand down here in the physical, what I call the four-dimensional reality.
Sure.
It's called having a shift in paradigm and a change of thinking to where you can get into the state of mind where you can actually be, just be. That's like mastery level. That's like way crazy out there.
Nah, you know what it is? It's the same thing as dude abides.
What?
Dude abides.
I don't know what you mean.
See? You don't know that? You don't know what that means? There's a movie. It's called The Big Lebowski.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I remember that.
In The Big Lebowski, there was a guy, and his name was Dude. And he always said, when they asked him, how you doing? Dude abides. So there you go. You're living in the present. Dude abides. He's living in the now. He doesn't care about tomorrow, and yesterday is already gone. So,
Harmony, didn't you say something about clones a second ago?
Oh boy.
No, I didn't. But I have in the past talked about doppelgangers.
Or maybe that was a future statement. I don't know. But anyway, here is. I think I'm a clone now. Weird Al Yankovic. Oh man, I had to add a little bit of humor in there. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was good, Brian.
I love Weird Al.
Well, you're trying to add humor to that, but that's a very deep conversation. I mean, that's pretty way out there. Talking about
What if you found out that you were clones? How about that? Like the 6-day effect.
You're killing me.
What six? I don't know the 6-day effect.
Killing me.
So random.
You're killing me over here.
Sorry, I was talking to my dog. Sorry, every time
You're killing me over here.
every time I shut the door, she opens it. So sorry.
I just want to say, Alice, I'm a dog guy. I got a golden retriever, and I love your dog. He looks.
Oh, thank you. I love my dogs too so much. Except when they open the door.
Yeah.
No joke. I get up and shut this door like 100 times a day. I'm not even kidding you.
Wow.
Every time I shut it, another dog opens it and comes back in.
That's a song. Shut the whatever door.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Right?
Who?
Yeah.
Let the dogs out. Yeah.
Well,
That song's gonna change tomorrow. Now you know that, right?
Probably.
We're all thinking of it.
It's already changed.
Oh, it probably just changed. It probably just changed right in that moment.
Just
Who
changed.
let the cats out? Oh.
Yeah. Actually, it's wolves. Wolves.
Right?
Wolves,
Yeah.
eh?
Who let the wolves in?
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. There you go.
No.
It's a pack.
There's an interesting question. Do animals are animals affected?
Yes.
By the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Well, we see.
Well, let's go out the dog whisperer and find out.
Yeah, right?
I think my dog.
Yeah, you
I
let them
think
out.
so.
Let them out the first time, then they come back to you. You got to let them out again. It's like I just let you out. You know?
No, maybe.
That's synchronicity.
I think they're affected. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
I'm pretty
behavior
sure
stuff.
mine is.
Yeah, I've seen behavior stuff with my dogs over
Me too.
the last
Me
9
too.
months. That's just only explainable by this unexplainable stuff. So
Yeah.
Weird stuff.
Every time there was a shift or something, my cat acted really strange.
Wow.
Yeah.
She would run between me and my wife. She likes my wife on one shift. When the shift happens again, she likes me.
She's confused. Which one are you?
Going back. Yeah, it goes back and forth. You know.
This version likes you. That version likes her.
Yeah, and it changes. It's weird. We don't know who it's going to be.
That's funny.
We have no idea. Brian, did you share the patent for the weather control device yet?
Which one?
Oh, there's a patent now for a tornado. Yeah, the one that I sent you, the tornado hurricane. It's a Sonic, I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
And this device controls hurricanes and it controls tornadoes.
I saw that. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, the patent, U.S. patent.
Yeah, that needs to be shared. Yeah, that's a disturbing one.
Yeah.
Well, is that the one with the TV programs in California? That one?
No, I just sent it to you not long ago. I think you have it. You should have it right in your feed.
Was it in the group or was it?
No, I think it was. I sent it to you, your messenger.
I'm looking. You know what time? What time did you send it? I didn't get it.
Today sometime. Let's see. Hang on a minute. Day and night are running together for me, so I don't know.
Oh, I got you.
It's hard to say. Let's see. Well.
Well, let me go ahead and share this while we're waiting. You shared with me something from Facebook, and it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
TV programs in California were interrupted with end of world prediction. How about that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is headline right here. Headline material.
Oh, this kills me.
Like, oh, snap, right? Like.
I know.
Yeah.
I may be gone tomorrow, guys. If I am, it's been fun.
The end of the world as you know it.
I'm afraid to play
it. Fine.
If it's from the news, I'm afraid to play anything these days because I got flagged.
Exactly.
I got
and
my
that's
first.
Fair use. That's fair use, and that is bull. Fight that, Brian. Fight it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's fair use.
Yeah.
It was from Coast to Coast. They blocked that video. They took it down.
Really?
Yep. And I got a strike again. My first strike ever.
Wow.
Nothing.
This is what they're doing. I mean, everyone I know is dealing with this kind of stuff. They're hitting all the channels. Vegan Warrior got his whole channel taken down.
Really?
Really?
And it's because he was honed in on the Charlottesville hoax. That's why. He was putting so much into the Charlottesville hoax. He had done amazing videos. He'd shown some amazing evidence. And they took down his channel, and they said that it was terms of service, which is what they always say. And it's bull.
Yeah. Well, there was another one. There was that video. Do you remember you shared that when Tom Hicken was on here? Do you remember that? We had Tom Hicken on here, Alice, and you were sharing that clip of Ronald Reagan and the assassination. And because of that video got flagged, but at least I didn't get a strike against me.
That one got flagged. You're kidding me.
Wait, you actually got a strike?
Ugh.
Brian, can you hear me?
All that goes under fair use. That all goes under fair use.
Exactly.
You know, when I worked in the film industry, this is all stuff that I had to deal with. I had to deal with these laws. And so I know how they work. And I know. Guys, come on. Harold, you want these dogs?
Yeah.
Anyone.
Anyone take them.
I know how these work, and this is them just messing with us, because under the fair use laws, they don't get to do that to us. We get to use those as long as we're using them within the restrictions and we are not monetizing and making money off of the video.
What is that,
And you're not.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Who is that Muppet? She was looking at
Yoda?
Yoda.
No harm.
Can you guys still hear me? This is harmony.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's me. It's my computer. I have a bad connection, so I keep losing you guys.
Joker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joker, before we forget and the night runs out, can you tell us about that Mandela you found with the Joker and Batman and stuff like that? What did you
one
find
we were
out?
talking about? Oh, the from the movie?
original one you told. Remember, I interviewed you the first time, and you were telling me about that.
The comic book, My Smoking Gun.
Yes. Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah, I can do that. So this happened years ago. This was before I even knew like the Mandela Effect was a thing. But okay, so like I said earlier, I've been like into the Joker for like 20 years. I own and I have read every Joker comic book like he's ever been in. So there's a comic book. Now, in my memory, originally Batman was a comic strip in a newspaper, and he dealt with like gangsters and stuff, and so they wanted to make a comic book out of Batman. So they had to end the comic strip. Well, the last story of the comic strip is he finally captures the Joker and he puts him on death row and they execute him. Then his thugs show up and insert like this serum that the Joker made to bring his body back to life. Well, for like the longest time, I could not find it. It did not exist. And I know I read it. Well, when I finally did find it, it came out, it was published 2 years later than originally what it was published. And the panels are different, the word bubbles are different, Joker is even drawn differently. What happens in the comic itself is different, because they're now in the comic strip, it shows that he's in this building and his thugs use this ladder to climb up to this window and carry his body out of a window. Well, I remember that the morgue was like in a basement and they'd come through this tunnel, this like brick tunnel, and take his body out and bring him back to life there, because the reasoning they did that was because they needed the Joker for the first issue of the Batman comic. But now it's not like that. It happens in issue 7, I think now. I have to look that back up because I'm sure that's changed. But it was in the comic strip before Batman was even a comic.
Well, Joker, if you can look behind me, you might see a big bat.
I saw that.
A big bat. Yeah.
Just keep him away from me.
Have you noticed that the S on Superman is different?
I have.
Yes.
It's like bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's like a space on the top of it. Which
Yeah.
And his suit's different too.
Yeah.
Guys.
Talking about the S on.
Yeah, that was my.
Talking about the S.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I missed that. What was it, Ryan? Oh, nice.
That's a residue right there. You see what color that stripe is below the blue?
Yeah.
Oh, you see the top part. The top part of the S shouldn't be like that.
What color?
Top part of the S is different.
No. Yep.
No? Okay.
That's a new S.
Oh no!
So you have Mandela effect on your shoulder now.
Your arm is affected.
Your arm is affected now. You shouldn't have shown it. You shouldn't have shown
You've
it.
got an effect on your head.
It's all in our head.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You got an effect on your head. You got an effect on your head, and now one on your arm.
I love the Jim Lee Superman.
Okay, these glasses are not a Mandela. I got these last week. These are 50s style glasses.
It's always good to make sure we point those out.
Oh, okay. I kind of thought you went back in time.
Harold, I got that article up here.
Okay.
I'm going to show everybody.
All right.
Okay, look at this.
Show them.
There is a hurricane and tornado control device. It's a U.S. patent. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
It says a method is disclosed for affecting the formation and/or direction of a low atmospheric weather system. Audio generators are positioned to project sound waves toward a peripheral area of a weather system. The sound waves are generated at a frequency to affect the formation of the weather system in a manner to disrupt, enhance, or direct the formation. The sound waves can also be projected in a manner to cause the system to produce rain. Look at that. And this was patented. Publication date was May 8th, 2003. So there you have it.
Yep. And have you noticed that every storm that comes up the pike now is dropping 20 inches of rain? Or more. Yeah.
Puerto Rico got
yeah, 20 inches. Have you noticed that?
Weird.
Did you further hear about that when the Hurricane Harvey was hitting, they fired up the rainmaker down there in Texas?
Hurricane now?
Huh? Yes, that's my hurricane.
That's just your hurricane.
No.
He just
That's
made
my
it.
hurricane fan. I turned on. But you heard that they were making rain down in Texas when Hurricane Harvey was hitting, and around there, they made more clouds and more rain. So the question is why? They fired up this rainmaker, this thing that's a rocket tester, but basically what it does is it creates rain. And they fired it for 500 seconds, which is more than they ever fired it before. They never fired it for that long, ever. So all of a sudden now, when a hurricane hits, they fire it for the longest they've ever fired it, knowing that it causes rain.
I think Secure Team 10 did a clip on that where supposedly an object was near Harvey and then disappeared. You know, it was in Mexico.
Oh, shout out to Tyler. I hope he's feeling better after his motorcycle crash.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Harmony, for that message, okay? The chat thing. That's cool.
Yeah, you're welcome. And if you don't join, I'm not going to be offended.
Thank you, I will.
So everybody, if you want to look into the group chat, it's a private message for all you folks.
Oh,
Thank you.
I love your videos, Harmony. Like, keep up the good work. Like Brian and everybody else. Like, I'm not a video guy. I can't put them out there like some people, but I love watching them.
Thank you very much. It actually means a lot to me, believe it or not. Yeah, it's anyway. Just thank you.
I think I asked you this, Harmony, before, but has anyone besides you else noticed the sun being yellow again?
Well, I made a video on that. What we're doing with the sun, and then Life Matrix went off on me, and then that led to like a YouTube ordeal.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I think it's funny. You know, it's a bit basically. You know, the sun's not in good shape, and if you folks don't know me by now, sure if you want to call me some kind of cuckoo crazy guy, fine. But the thing is, we can control and help with this reality, and there are angels there. I use the word angels because everybody understands that term, and you know, angels. Everybody, I thought agrees that angels are around us and they're interacting with us and helping us, but we can interact with them as well. And I've learned how to work with them, and then we work together in concert. And it helps because there's this thing called free will. And if we can extend our free will to the angels, it helps to amplify what they do, and it makes it more powerful when we work together. So basically, my group works, I just use the word angels with the sun, and we were healing it. The thing is that people are capturing like these gigantic energy balls flying through the air. They're literally catching it on video and hitting the sun, and the sun is just blowing up and pulsating. And then I showed WSO posted a picture where there's this like staff looking thing with an energy ball on it, and then this other person captured on webcam the sun just pulsating really bright. I mean, it looked like a bunch of atomic bombs going off kind of thing. And and I said, you know what, the world's freaking out because everybody's capturing this stuff. They don't know what the hell's going on, and they're all like, it's nemesis, it's this and that in the world. And I'm like, ugh. So I got permission to make a video on the work we do, and I guess it sounded a little too far out and crazy for most folks, and life makes sure. I'm like, of all the videos I made, he decided to go on there, and for 30 minutes, I mean, it's called, he used the method, we call it killing them with kindness. He's like, oh, well, I'm not going to put down anybody who's trying to put out the truth, but, and then comes the attack. Well, I'm not going to, I think, Harmy's really cool, and he's a sincere guy, and, but, and he just constantly would like throw a compliment out there and act like he's Mr. Cool and then attack. And that's a very standard method of attacking somebody. And a lot of people are they're not aware of these type of things. And so they only hear the good stuff and they're like, oh, well, Life Matrix is being all cool. He's not attacking you. It's like, please, come on, people, put your thinking cap on. Do you have the ability to analyze and use critical thinking at all? His whole purpose, Life Matrix has my phone number. I have spoken to him on the phone in the past. He has my email. We've been emailing each other for over a year. Everybody has my Skype. And he goes on YouTube going, I'm really concerned that Harmony is presenting this as a fact. And I just want to say, where's the proof? And I'm like, dude, if you were concerned, you would have picked up the phone. If you were concerned, you would have emailed me. If you wanted to make this video, you should have contacted me and we could have made the video together. Now that's how it's done. And also Life Matrix has this rule that no one uses his videos. He even used to make videos going, oh, you can't, the subtitles, you can't use my video and all this stuff. So he broke his own rules, used my video and mocked me for an entire 30 minutes live. And I was just blown away. And the thing is, the sun is a very, very forbidden topic. And I'm not saying Life Matrix is an insider. We talked about earlier how we can be programmed and influenced, and I used the word they. I think they got to him because of all the people in the YouTube world who, they don't want me talking about the sun. They don't want anyone talking about the sun. It's a very, very forbidden topic. People get killed for talking about the sun. You might know I think they killed over 100 astronomers. This one guy, they burnt his laboratory. What do you call those things? What's the thing? The thing where they had the telescopes and the observatory. They burned that thing to the ground. All this work, and I think they got to him and got him. He got influenced to make that video to attack me, to make sure no one believes me. And I'm like, my gosh, my videos are, I admit, they're out there, okay? I'm not here to prove anything. I don't expect people to believe me. But I'm like, of all the videos I made, he decides to attack me about angels healing the sun. Just blew me away. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk so long.
No, you're fine.
Any other questions?
No, that was good input on that. I didn't see the video about him attacking you, but it's like all of us. I mean, we got our own opinion on what's happening, and each their own. Meeks is here.
Hey, Meeks, how's it going?
I love you, Meeks.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, Meeks.
You can or you can't?
We can hear you, Meeks.
Okay.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I'm trying this on my phone. Darn, you guys are so quiet. Oh, I can't hear.
And with that, I'm going to step away for a couple minutes. I'll be back, guys. I'm going to hit my mute, and you'll see when I'm back.
Thank you,
Harmony.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Harold!
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Hi,
I was just watching.
What were you watching?
I was watching. Oh, what's his name? Bill like Schnollenberger or something, talking about like being an ex-Satanist and turning into a vampire.
Oh, the werewolf
because
and
it was
vampire
sexier
thing.
than turning into a werewolf.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a really weird 2.5 hours listening to him.
I bet.
I still can't
Well, there you
decide
go.
like what his deal is, but I'm glad you recommended.
He's watching
that
too
to
much
me.
True Blood.
There you go. There you go.
I got a
I knew
question.
you'd love it.
I
All
got a
right.
question for you, Migs. I'm Eastern time, so I'm about 14 minutes away from 12 o'clock. So what does 23 mean to you right now?
What does 23 mean? Oh my goodness. I'm not a number person really.
Okay.
But yesterday on EYA's channel we were talking about the significance of the 23rd according to the Revelation 12 sign. And I think we decided it was just very confusing. So that's where I stand. I'm not really a date setter or a number person, but I'm sure for the occult it has some great significance.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the moon looked really crazy to me tonight, though. I don't know what
It was a
going
crescent
on. I
moon.
expect something. I don't know what I expect to
Was
happen
it
tomorrow.
a bad moon rising or was it the bad moon rising?
It looked like a weird little
Hopefully it's a good moon.
orange little sliver of a thumbnail. It was a really creepy moon tonight. I
Crescent.
don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
I can totally show you the moon right now.
What?
It's right in my backyard right now.
Show us the moon.
All right, hold on a second. It's in my backyard right now. So hold on. Hold on.
Thanks, Shammy.
You're welcome. Sorry, I've been
Oh, by the way,
in and out.
by the
in
way,
case
I
you guys don't know,
found
real
more
quick,
residual
Shammy.
for interview with a vampire.
You
And
did,
it was
really?
actually the talk that Harold recommended with the guy who like the ex-Satanist who turned into a vampire. It's in one of his slides. It's interview with a vampire. I was like, yes.
It is.
I can't
Definitely.
zoom in. It looks super small.
Oh yeah.
It looks
Yeah,
pretty big right
crescent.
now to me, but it's a
Oh, it's a
crescent,
sliver?
and like you can actually see and you can actually see the dark side. So like you can actually see the full. You know, like it is kind of weird looking.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
like
still
you just can't see it
the
right
other
now.
part of the disc. The dark part of
you can see the other part, the darker side. So
Hmm.
yeah, you can see the whole thing, but you can't see it in my phone.
Well,
like
we're getting ready to have a harvest
can't
moon
zoom
soon,
in.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, and whose birthday is it tomorrow? I forgot. Who is it? Who is it?
Stop calling me out.
Whose birthday is it?
Happy birthday.
Shammy.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Almost.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. It's gonna
So
be
what have
kind
you
of
guys been talking about tonight?
Well, I've missed half of
The
this,
end of the
so
world?
They're gonna have to tell you.
A little bit
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. The end of the world, Joker, weather manipulation technology,
Mandela theories.
Mandela theories, Cinnabon,
My dogs.
Cookie, the cookie. Is it the cookies?
Mouse ears.
Yeah, a mouse ears.
Chuck E.
Because
Cheese.
he has
Did you go to
Chuck E.
Cheese
Cheese
today? Or
Viz.
Chuck E.
I did.
Cheese's?
It's cheeses.
Cheeses.
Wow, that looks fabulous on you,
And
Brian.
two of the employees, thank you. Two of the employees that worked there said the name of the company was Chuck E. Cheese, and they worked there.
Oh.
Brian, you should call somebody.
And you had the sign, like you had a picture of the sign.
Yeah. And he hugged the mouse, by the way.
I
Just so
did.
you know, Migs, he hugged the mouse.
Migs, you want to see? You can see the
He
picture.
really hugged the mouse. Yep, show her the picture.
I'll
That's
show
nice
you.
of you. Did
Show
you
her
tell them
the,
you're a celebrity, Brian?
Yeah. Did you tell him?
They thought she shied away from me when I said, "You want to go live with me?" And she,
No.
You want
How
to see
about
the
no?
mouse? How would anybody like to see the dancing mouse? Do you want to?
Yes.
Let's see it. Let's
Go
see
for
it.
it, Brian.
Hold on, let me freeze it. Okay, here's the dancing mouse. You ready?
Yep.
Go for
I've
it.
never been there. This was my first time going there. All right, check it out. That's pretty awesome, man.
Wait, does he have purple and green on?
He does.
Let's see the picture. Okay, the picture.
Joker
That was
venom.
funny. That was funny.
He was smiling.
He was.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Well, I'll find it. So, Shammy, you're nowhere near those earthquakes, right? We had a 5.8 earthquake tonight.
Yikes! I saw that, and then like a burst.
Near
Dam
California.
or something.
A dam burst?
Yeah, they had to
Really?
evacuate like I don't even know 77,000 people from Puerto Rico, or maybe it was just 7,000.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see.
Puerto Rico.
I can't even. Hold on. Let's see.
Puerto Rico is basically destroyed.
Yeah,
I
there ain't no
can't
more
even-
Puerto Rico.
I can't even believe what's going on. Like, none of my friends, like, nobody I know, like, knows anything about what's going on with the weather. It's like people just don't know, and they don't.
And down
care,
in Houston, it's the same way. 200,000 homes were destroyed.
Oh my goodness.
450,000 people are without homes.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. So what
and
do
then
they
the
do?
insurance companies don't help anything.
No, they
not.
don't. No, they're too greedy.
Well, what's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen is they're going to go under, and then they're going to expect a U.S. bailout.
Right.
They're too big to fail, you know. You know that.
Yep.
So they use, public funds to bail them out. Why? Why are we bailing these people out? You shouldn't be putting out insurance claims that you can't afford. You shouldn't grow your company to such a degree, and then when everything happens, you suddenly find yourself with an inability to pay it. But if we couldn't pay our insurance, what would happen?
Exactly.
They would just cancel. They just cancel it. Sorry, too bad.
I think this whole economy is gonna fail pretty darn soon. I don't see anything good happening with the economy in the next. Didn't you hear like the Rothschilds were pulling all the what were they doing? They were like pulling all their money out of the stock markets in America or something like.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Moving big sums of money like out of America.
Well, yeah,
this
it's going to
here,
crash.
70,000 people being evacuated right now from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican officials rushed to evacuate some 70,000 people downstream of a failing dam in the wake of Hurricane Maria. Man, that's a lot of people.
Well, that hurricane's been down there for like the past 2-3 days, and Jose is like trying to wait up for her. I guess.
Just to throw that out there, do you guys think it's a herp thing, or is this just natural?
Well, this channel it's just simply called Truth that I've been listening to. They use readouts from local weather stations, like people doing it like from their rooftops, like measuring stuff like wind speed and all this. They do not match what the news is saying. It's like it completely is different than what the weather stations are reporting. And I also heard. Do you guys watch the Chief Longcrow or Chief? I don't even know what his name is, but he's really good. I wish I could remember his full channel name, but he reports on all this stuff going on. He was saying that there's not even real hurricanes, but they're actually like large, he called them like motherships or something, which sounds ridiculous, but he says they're large ships that manipulate the weather from the ionosphere. And I have actually heard other people talk about this too, like the possibility that it could maybe even not be a real hurricane. Like it's just like anything's on the table for me anymore.
I've been watching the radar, and they're saying, I'm watching like the CNN radar and all those, and they're showing these hurricanes, and then I'm watching like normal people's, and there's no hurricane. Like,
right?
Yeah, there's a storm.
Right.
There's some winds, but they're like 30, 40, 45 mile an hour winds. They're not hurricane winds.
Right. There's a big
not
discrepancy between what's being reported and what's.
Yeah, and this happened with Irma as well, and now it's happening with Jose and Maria as well, and there are major shenanigans going on here. Major shenanigans.
What about all the damage that's been reported in Puerto Rico?
I don't doubt that there is a hurricane. I don't think that the hurricane is starting where they say. I think that they are making the hurricane much closer to the target area.
I see.
And I think that is part of, you know how all the water disappeared from Tampa Beach right before Irma? I think that was to feed the storm.
That would make sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, a good I just found this guy's channel that I was talking about. His channel is called Destruction by Design Long Crow, and he does a bunch of videos on how the one I'm looking at in particular says Mexico earthquake caused by massive ships, scalar beams into the fault line. So he says that there's images and video captured of these like large ships that are just shooting scalar waves, like Tesla technology, like down into down onto the ground or whatever, making it look like it's a hurricane, and it appears as if it's a hurricane. I can't.
What was
but this is a theory.
What was the name of his channel?
It's a really good channel. I've been watching it for a while now. His name is Destruction by Design Long Crow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, there was a UFO that was shown over Mexico right after the earthquake. Mexico City.
Huh?
There was a UFO that was captured right over Mexico City right after the earthquake.
Right. All these crazy lights and stuff. I mean, honestly, I know how ridiculous that sounds to say it's like not even a hurricane, that it could be, what, who knows? Like, I believe UFOs exist, but I don't believe aliens are necessarily real. I mean, anyway, but it's like my point is anything is on the table for me now since the Mandela Effect.
I know what you mean.
Right?
Like anything good. I mean, usually
UFOs real, aliens not. Yeah.
Well.
That's
right,
and that's just my personal.
Yeah. And they, a lot of people refer to them as fallen angels and Nephilim, and they're there. I mean, whatever you want to call them.
Do you think
it's like they exist.
Do you think there's been an increase in UFO sightings since the Mandela Effect?
I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of just started getting into the whole phenomenon, like as the Mandela Effect happened. So I couldn't really say.
So I'll pose this question to everybody, obviously on YouTube watching videos. So what do you think the Antarctica angle is? Do you think there's stuff going on down there?
Big time, yes.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff out. There's too much stuff out about Antarctica.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole maze. It's a tangled web of crazy
I saw a video.
Information.
I think it was Buzz Aldrin or someone that said something about Antarctica, and they like censored it, like they cut it off right before he said what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It goes back to 1945.
I mean,
1947.
You want to know like some great mysteries? Yeah. Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
For real. Yeah, I still can't figure it out. I've been looking at all these different theories about what it is. Have you guys seen that video of a guy going on Google Earth, and he just zooms in on a random spot in Antarctica?
Yeah, many things I did see that. What happened is That's actually a photograph from New Zealand. If you look further into the embedding code, he's a tour guide in New Zealand, and those are pictures from New Zealand. That is
Oh
not.
my goodness! I'm glad I
you have to
got that
learn how to. How do I say this politely? You got. I don't know. You have.
Oh, just say it.
You have to, nobody clicked into it. If you just they looked down and went ooh ah. So you probably didn't go do it yourself, correct?
Right.
See something like that, you have to repeat the experiment. So I repeated the experiment. I went into Google and I zoomed in. And once you zoom in, then you can click on it. Then it opens up a picture, like a huge picture. That guy was being deceitful, in my opinion.
Right.
He was a sensationalist trying to get subscribers and view counts. Because had he had that video, had he gone 2 more steps and clicked on it, it would have opened up to this beautiful panoramic view. You would have seen the guy's a tour guide, and you can learn all about him, his biography, and the whole 9 yards. Now, why is that on Google Earth? I don't know. That's the real question. So the video should have been about how did this tour guide get his photograph on Google Earth? Well, if you did some further research, which I'm not going to do, I bet we find out he paid Google for that to happen.
Wow.
Unless you want to go into some really conspiracy theory stuff, and it's like, they can't pick up the phone and call everybody in the world, so they have to know where the safe zone is. So everybody knows they're all programmed beforehand to go to Google Earth and click on this little. That's why the cross is there, so you know where to click on it. And then when we get the orders to bug out, we're all going to hop on our jets, and that's where we're going. Now, if you want to go conspiracy theory, cuckoo crazy stuff like that, that's fine.
Harmony,
I'm throwing
really
some humor in it. I don't know. I don't know.
I've been secretly when I'm just
I tend to talk about things I know about. I didn't do the research.
Good. Because when I'm alone, my mind just wanders off to how amazing that resort would be, in that secret spot in the middle of Antarctica. I travel there in my imagination sometimes.
Oh, yeah, we're all on an ice beach. That's for sure.
It's a beautiful, stock image or whatever it was.
So Meeks, do you get into that flat Earth stuff, or is that a forbidden topic? What do you think?
No, that's a good question.
Oh boy.
Sure.
Because if you're a Christian, don't you have to believe that the Earth is immovable? You know what the Bible says, right, Meeks?
Oh yeah, I'm a total flat earther. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. I was an air traffic controller. I was at a TRACOM facility. There's the Navy only had 2 TRACOM facilities in the entire world. I was at one of them before I went to go work 10 people below the president. I started off as an air traffic controller. I'm sitting there on my radar scope. It goes out to 350 miles, and I can see airplanes at 5,000 feet. I know their airspeed. I know everything about this aircraft. And if you do the math, 8 inches per mile squared, if they're 350 miles away, anybody have a calculator? Can you tell me how far away that airplane has to be?
Oh my goodness.
Or how
I failed at mental math.
No,
anyway,
man,
it's beyond 80,000 feet. So that, according to the curvature of the Earth model, that aircraft had to be at 80,000 feet for me to see it. And it doesn't matter what model you use. Some people say there's a line of sight, there's a curve model, there's different ways to measure distance. But I don't care. If you want to count all 3 methods of measuring how far something has to be for you to see it because of the curve, 80,000 is the lowball number. In reality, it's 86,000 plus feet. So how was I able to see that? What do you think?
I
throw in there. I'm using airport surveillance radar. It uses a microwave. It does not bounce off the atmosphere. It does not bounce off the clouds. It goes through clouds. It does not bounce off the Earth. The microwave is a direct line. The aircraft has a transponder on it. So the beam hits the aircraft, and it's called a ping. So we ping the aircraft, and it sends a message back to us. And the message back is, how I know its altitude and its airspeed. So you might want to say their transponders just don't work at 350 miles. The transponder broke down. No, basically the curvature of the Earth model is wrong, no matter how you put it.
Well, I'll go Sam Elliott on this and say what he said. And I'm not a flat earther like believer, but
I think the Earth is a lot bigger than they say it is. I'm not going to say it's flat.
yeah, no, but like he said,
Because Kansas is flatter than a pancake. Does that mean the whole Earth is flat? No, just Kansas is flat.
no, I'm just saying that their picture of them being on the moon, the flag doesn't wave in space. Like,
oh, let's not go there. That's the moon landing is different than the flag. Stick to the flutter.
Go there, but it doesn't. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm joking, dude. You can talk about anything you want. This is Brian's show, not mine. Talk about the moon. I don't care.
No. I'm Canadian, so it's all.
Hey,
we built the arm for the space shuttle, apparently. So that's all I got to give to all you. So you know.
Hey, you know what? I used to live 45 minutes south of Ottawa. Did you know that? So I love. I went to Canada all the time. I loved it. I was in Ogdensburg, New York.
I've been to New York.
So anyway, I love Canada, and your beer's awesome.
You know what's interesting?
You too.
They went to the moon 6 times, but in my reality, that never happened.
In other realities, they only went once.
I agree. I'm the same way. One time for me.
One time, but apparently it's 6 times now for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they not only faked it 1 time, they faked it 6 times.
No, but we can't go back. I'm sure everybody knows by now. NASA retired all the people who worked on the Saturn was V5 rocket.
Yeah, they destroyed everything. They destroyed all the stuff.
Say again? I'm sorry.
They destroyed all the stuff. You know, they had to break down the aluminum
they
foil
didn't say
off
they destroyed it. No, they said they lost it.
Oh, lost it.
So
Okay.
they lost all the designs to the rocket. They just lost it. And guess what else they lost? Because you have to have trajectory equations.
Yeah.
That is the most critical part of the mission because you can blast a rocket up there, but if you don't have trajectory, that thing ain't going where you want to go.
Well,
they somehow lost all the calculations for the trajectory.
No, you're talking about the telemetry data.
Yeah, telemetry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong word. Yeah, telemetry. There you go. Thank you. And they lost all that too. And guess what? They said it's just they can't recreate it.
But Harmony, you can just go on the internet and Google it.
Oh, it's so silly.
I'm sure
once you see the
Google will
unedited
give them the
footage,
plans.
Yeah, just Google it. They'll tell them everything they need to know.
I just want to put out there that it's over 12 o'clock Eastern here in Canada, and I'm still here. So
11:08 here, and I'm still here.
Yeah, that line is awesome looking, dude. Brian, I don't think you have. Brian, can you hear me? When we're live, people aren't seeing the screen change. It's static.
I think Brian.
So, do you have the screen locked for live? I don't know.
Brian's not here right now.
Yeah, he's not even on here.
Oh, he just got bumped off or something.
Yeah. I've been bumped off multiple times tonight.
Yeah.
Grabbed him again.
I was up late last night talking.
Good to meet you. This is Harmony speaking.
We've met before, Harmony.
Okay.
But it's good to talk to you again. You're still making videos.
That's right. Now I remember. That was how long ago was that?
I know. I think yeah, it was on Brian's channel, and it was.
But how long ago was that?
And EYA was on.
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
I think that was like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I just want to check your time frame. You know, I was waiting for a Mandela effect here.
I just keep waiting for something like really crazy to start happening with the Mandela effect, but it just keeps chugging along. You know, like I just keep waiting for something like real crazy to happen. Like everyone turns purple.
Oh, yeah, you mean like where it's not just you who turns purple, but everybody around you, right?
Hey, you know the rib cages are changing again, right?
Like we get spiny noses or something.
Again?
I don't know.
Right? Did you do? I didn't do. The rib cages are changing again. They're getting longer, and the bones are getting thicker.
Excellent.
Yeah, rib cage. If you pay close attention.
Oh,
yeah. They're just. Well, I can't take credit for this. Somebody made a video on YouTube.
I feel my chest change.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Is anyone else like
Yeah, my chest. Yeah, I feel
I
it
can't
longer
really
now.
hear him. But anyway, somebody made a video on it, and then I went and checked it out. I looked at all the diagrams, and then I looked at my old video because, you know, I made the first video on it, and I'm comparing notes. I'm like, yeah, it's... And I start feeling my rib cage to confirm it, and I'm like, no, this is not a hoax. It's real. My rib cage is changing, for real.
Wasn't that you, Brian? Didn't you do one?
Yeah, I keep looking at the skull, like the eye socket.
Oh, by the way, the skull's changing too. Yeah, that's
Sweet.
changing.
Yeah, the skull has
Can anyone
now.
do you
For
guys
real.
remember being able to feel the teeth, like the roots of your teeth? Could you ever feel that before in your jawbone?
Oh yeah.
No.
Did you ever feel that before?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's kind of
Because mine were taken out. Are you talking about that?
like the roots now.
The gum. Oh, like.
Are you talking about your
going
wisdom
into
teeth?
your mouth.
Oh, you talking about all the roots?
Now, did you notice it? Did you guys notice everybody's getting horns?
Oh, the.
Or is that just me?
There's
I'm
a
sorry.
name.
What are you talking about? Is this a joke?
Wait, where's the horn?
There's like
Is this your sense of
protrusions,
humor?
like mental protrusions or something.
Yeah.
Like little
Horns.
bumps where the horns would come out of your head if they
Yeah,
were
little
there.
bumps, yeah.
Yeah.
Little
Hey,
bumps there.
Brian, by the way, you're right about the mouth. I just did a check. You're right. That is different. I'd never noticed that before, dude. Thank you.
And people are getting,
You're the one who mentioned that to me. Thanks.
they're getting mouse ears.
No, I'm thankful you did that.
Hey, Harmony.
Apparently.
Oh, P.S. I
So the
just
ribs
got
now touch the hip?
Yeah.
Can I show you guys something about 23?
Yes.
It's where 9 and 23 come into play with the Freemasons. I found a top.
Yeah, I made a video on it, Brian.
What?
Can you?
It's not top.
Brian, I made a video on it. It has to do with the Freemasons as an occult symbol. You know the dollar bill on the back, the pyramid, how it's separated. The bottom, the pyramid, and when they do all their occult numerology stuff, it's a long story. It adds up to the number 9, and then the top of the pyramid, which is separated, adds up to the number 3. So, meaning they've ascended and they've separated from common man. So what they're saying is that they're going to go from 9, the common man, to 3. So that 2 is TWO. So when you see 923 in videos, it's not September 23rd, folks. It means they are going to rise and ascend from 9 TWO 3.
Oh, we talked about this last night. Yes.
Wait, 9.
What?
You talked about this one? You saw this video?
The other channel, on Digital Scribe channel.
Oh no, yeah, we were talking about it last night after everything was.
So where they're getting these numbers come from the
Yeah.
776 up here. If you look on the back of the dollar bill at the very bottom of the pyramid, there's these numbers written.
Hey, Brian, real quick. They can't see it live. Are you able to show your screen to the live folks?
I should be sharing. You guys see that?
I can see
There's like
it.
a
I'm not
20
seeing it
second delay,
personally.
right?
No, I'm talking about on the live feed. I'm not seeing it on the live. Wait, or am I? Oh, that's my fault. I'm sorry. It's me. My bad.
Okay, are you guys able to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Powers of 10. 100 is a power of 10. Okay, and this is where the play on word
They're getting these numbers from these letters. That's where it's coming from.
comes in. Okay, at the top of the pyramid, you have powers of a 10 or powers of a 10. Okay, you get it?
A10.
A10.
Oh, wow.
At the top of the pyramid. Is some of this making sense? If not, that's okay. Just stick with it. All right. So.
All right.
Zeros out because that's what you do in their beliefs. They don't mean anything. So you drop the zeros. Okay, and
Oh
you're
my
left
God.
with this.
111666.
Why is this important? Okay, take a look. When you combine all three and you bring the numbers up, you have 666 on the bottom and 111 on the top. Okay, now hang with me for a second here.
Hey, Brian, can you blow up your screen for the live feed?
Plus
See that
1
better?
is 3, right? 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. The 777 is another way for them to write 3. That's why you see in the stock market close that had the 923 and the 666, some of these symbols have the 777 because it's another way for them to represent the top of the pyramid. Okay, now is this making a little bit more sense? That's why we're seeing the 666, okay, the number of man, the number of beast, but we're also seeing this in everything. And my sub, Mike D, actually has been on me about this, so thank you. And then my other sub, sorry, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She told me to watch this video, so you know who you are. Thank you. So anyways, this is important to understand why we're seeing these other numbers, okay? 9, 2, 3 stuff. Wait till we get even further.
See, even more interesting.
Like I said, the 777 reduces to 21. 6 plus 6 plus 6 reduces to 18. Guess what's coming next? I gotta go back. Okay. So when 8 plus 1 is 9, and the 2 plus 1 at the top is 3. They're trying to go from 9 to 3. Does it make sense now? That's
Oh,
what
wow.
all of these
Oh, my God.
numbers are about, okay? This, the 666,
9, 2, 3.
is the number of the beast, but it's also can be represented as the 9, okay? And they're trying to go, in their belief system, what they're trying to do is they're trying to go from 9, okay, where man is, to 3, 9, 2, 3, 203, but it's also 9, number 2, 3. Does that make sense now? Okay, so it's
Oh my God! Oh my God!
but
You
it
guys
also
get that now?
symbolizes what they believe
Yeah.
their Luciferian enlightenment. Am I blowing your mind yet? I should.
Yes.
I mean, if you're paying attention, it should blow your mind. And I want to refer you back to a video that I made when I forget about this. So thank you. It's 3. The 777 is another way. This is so anyway. Now, okay, started on this stuff. All right. Let me show you why this makes so much more sense to me
I
now.
don't know if I should play the rest of this.
The 923, number 23, and 9T03. Okay.
I think everybody got it. You know, it starts with 1776.
About these storm clouds.
So they break down 1776 to this number.
That, okay.
Oh, interesting.
These storm clouds were described in many different media stories.
This may open some of your eyes.
Doomsday storm, end of the world storm, a lot of different descriptions. I mean, look at the clouds. These are real photos, okay? This is from the Reds versus the Cubs game. Wait for it. On July 7th, 7/7 of 2014. 14, and you could break down to 7s as well, okay? So there, you have all your 7s. I'm not saying these pictures are faked, okay? Many people took these pictures. This is how dark the magic goes, okay? Do you understand? These are real clouds that happened on the 7/7/7, and guess what the final score was? 9, 2, 3.
No, what?
Wow.
What?
This was an organic.
No way.
What the hell?
Wow.
So wait,
And it's red and blue.
7, 7, all the 7s, right? And the reds, are you getting the symbolism? Went from 1, 9, 2, 3. Okay, I mean, this is just incredible, guys. I mean, that's how dark these rituals are. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
This is making.
Wow.
I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to go from 9 to 3. Now, does that mean on September 23rd of this year? I don't know for sure, but this stuff is always multi-layered. It's so, I mean, same with 9/11. There are so many different layers to it. It's more than just the date.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much going on there. I want you to understand just the level of what we're dealing with here. It's not just about putting numbers in the movies.
That's so weird. You guys were talking about that last night.
It's way deeper than that. So I'll link this stuff below. Thanks for exploring.
Hey guys, and if you like that guy, go ahead and sub him, okay? That is Explorer 1. He published that on September 17th, 2015. I know that was a while ago. There was actually, people were freaking out about September 23rd, 2015 back then, you know? So
Brian, if I may interject for just one moment.
Yeah, go ahead, man. This is your subject.
Okay. So the thing is, this is what I'm talking about, how we can control reality. And, and I say I work with angels, they work with demons. I get made fun of when I work with angels, but they're working with demons, folks. They're doing satanic spells and witchcraft, and believe it or not, they're using physics. All their symbolism is physics. I hate to admit this, but when I made my physics, I didn't know it until it must have been like 10 years later. I discovered my center symbol is the Aleister Crowley symbol. So these folks have mastered the center symbol of all my physics, and it just pisses me off. They basically also, the center symbol is not the ninth dimension. So that's another 9 thing, going to 3, meaning to break out, and you have the 3 circles. So it also has to do with physics, where they're going to break out for the 9 and go to the 3, meaning they're going to have mastery of the whole universe. So it's in direct correlation with all my physics as well. So this is and because they were able to make the clouds, the sky was red. If you noticed, they could control the score. I mean, this stuff is real. It goes beyond magic and voodoo. It's physics, folks. They're using physics and spirituality and technology. So they're using a combination of, basically they're using everything, every bag of tricks they got, and they're pulling them out and they're using them.
And we were talking about this last night too, about the Tesla, and then wasn't you were saying Einstein had some sort of like, he was somewhere in there with the masonry, even though like, you know, not for sure. Is it, who was it you?
What?
Harmony?
That was not me. That was
No.
Wounded Warrior, probably.
Oh
Yeah.
It was Wounded Warrior. Sorry. No, he was talking about different things, so it was crazy. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
even
we
know
all,
where to go with this
we
stuff.
talked about the Einstein-Rosen bridge.
That was Wounded Warrior, probably.
Yeah.
All right, there's feedback.
Somebody has their computer on and their mic.
Yeah, we are. That might be me. Sorry about that. That was me.
Yeah, no problem.
I turned my
Hey,
phone
it's your
on.
show. You can make all the mistakes you want, Brian.
Sure.
Wait, so Harmony, Harmony, can you
I'm here.
explain what you meant by you
11:22
share
right now, guys.
the root of all your physics you shared with Aleister Crowley, or you got it from his...
Let me see. Let me go back over here. I'm not in the Google Hangout. Can you all see my icon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Probably. No, I'm not presenting. Brian, can you make me present?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just present to the world if you know how not to divulge your link. Oh, wait, no, don't screen share. I'm showing my link. Screen share. I'm sorry. Never mind. Oh shit! Now I'm presenting to everybody.
I can make it disappear.
Okay. I didn't mean to share the link. But anyway, you can see my cursor.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so this center symbol, if you, my diagrams are available everywhere, but this center symbol is the Aleister Crowley symbol, meaning, you know, well, this is a larger version of, they have these spikes. You see all these spikes?
Yeah.
And everything? And when you read my paper and I blow it up for you and I go, it's the physics of the Bible, and it's in direct relation to Revelation. So basically I quote the Bible and I say, here's the physics. I quote the Bible, here's the physics. That's my paper. And this symbol, is basically what we call, I guess, God, the throne of God, and you have your 7 lampstands around it, and the whole book of Revelation describes, you know, the throne of God, and the throne of God is actually translated into physics. So I take the word of God and I turn it into physics, in other words, or vice versa, and it's a 9-dimensional symbol that you with this. This is quantum physics, everything large. There's the same exact circle over here, which is quantum physics, everything that's small. But there's this third field, which I call, you know, it's God. I call it the invisible realm. And basically, the center symbol is a 9-dimensional symbol, which just is the Aleister Crowley symbol. They figured it out. Is what I'm getting at. They figured it out. So basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to break out of the physical universe and try to get into God, and they want to ascend.
Okay.
I probably totally lost you.
Sorry, Harmony. Are you talking about like CERN in this regard, or is that a bigger apple?
Okay.
Which
here.
book? I mean, Aleister Crowley was pretty prolific, and like, which is there a name for the specific symbol, and does he share it with other?
Yeah, here.
Or
Can
occultists?
you stop screen sharing me, Brian, and go back to your computer, and if you could please Google Aleister Crowley symbol and show that to the world. I think that should have been a better idea.
About the one that looks like a David star.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, just Google that and show that, and then I'll explain it from there. I should have done that first. Sorry.
Okay.
It's more than that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Harmony, you mentioned too that there was an equation called the Mandela Effect equation as well.
Yes. All my physics is based on the Mandela equation. It has 2 L's, not 1. So it's called the Mandela equation. It is the most advanced mathematical logarithm known to the common man in the universe. Basically, what it is it describes the exact moment that chaos. I'm sorry. It describes the exact moment that matter, everything physical, completely breaks apart and becomes chaos. So we've discovered the equation where this happens. Now, taking in reverse order, it's chaos that becomes matter. Which, what did God do? He created the universe. Now, what's chaos? Chaos is chaos to physical beings. But if you're a spiritual being, it's not chaos. It's describing God and the heavenly realms. So we have basically discovered the mathematical equation that describes how God took the spiritual realm and made it physical.
So basically, they're trying to make spiritual, the physical realm go back to spiritual?
Well, they want to get out. They want to leave us behind. They want to get out. And that's, in my opinion, I can't confirm. I have no idea. This is just my wild, crazy idea. I think that's why they call it the Mandela Effect, because they're mocking the Mandela equation. And here's why. Because in this universe, this reality we're in right now, the Mandela equation does not exist. It's gone. It was never discovered in this reality. The Mandela equation does not exist in this reality to the common.
Here's the interesting thing, Harmony. The first time I heard about the Mandela Effect, I thought they got it from the Mandela equation.
Hang on, guys.
You know about the Mandela equation?
Wait, could that be residue? Look at that dollar.
I heard about it before the Mandela
Effect. Residue.
2 strikes through it. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. I have a hard time even really looking at these symbols because, I mean, man, I think I've heard probably over 200 testimonies of ex-Satanists, ex-occultists now. What they do, they use these symbols in their child abuse rituals to Satan, Moloch and Baal and stuff. I just don't understand why anybody would even, I mean, Aleister Crowley was a well-known, one of the most intense Satanists that ever existed. Probably had a lot of child abuse going on. I mean, I just don't understand why. I don't know. If you're trying to do something good, I don't understand why you would associate with him at all, with anything related to him.
Because I think that people were trying to push the boundaries, and he pushed the boundaries further than most had done before him. And there are people who throw caution to the wind in the attempt to get to that,
Yeah.
And whatever the cost may be,
right.
We know,
right, and I understand with the whole Kabbalah, people who follow that think that you have to go over, what is it, the pit of insanity or something. You have to face the most insane part of yourself to get to benevolence and heaven and whatever. And I don't know. I understand the mysticism part of it and that reaching for something, and he was just trying to get there in the best way he knew how. But I still, I mean, if you're really honest with yourself, could you imagine that he didn't harm children and could you imagine the stuff that he did
See you later.
Do that? I mean, I just don't understand why anybody would
Take
associate
care.
with him.
Bye.
Who's leaking? Bye.
Bye. See you.
I'll see you later.
Mandel, you want to tell everybody about the book you got? You're in the process of finishing your book?
Yes, I'm actually in the process of writing a book on the Mandela Effect.
Oh wow!
Sweet.
Awesome,
Nice. Congratulations, bud.
It's a work in progress, and it's called "What is the Nature of Reality? A Critical Historical Analysis of the Mandela Effect."
Right on. Right on.
Excellent.
Way to go, bud. I've been writing, but you've done it, man. If you're gonna publish it.
I'm not finished yet, though, but I'm at 150 pages.
What's it gonna be called?
It's very intense work.
What is the nature of reality?
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so
nice.
excited.
Nice. Keep us
Yeah.
posted.
I will.
Keep
Yeah,
us
let us
posted
know.
so we can
get a
support
copy.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, anyway, guys, nice talking with you, and have a good night.
You
All right, take care.
You too.
Take care, bud.
Take care.
Take
Stay
care.
safe. Stay
You
safe.
too. Bye.
Yeah, I'm sorry, me.
Aleister Crowley.
Go ahead.
It's okay. Aleister Crowley was working on a working called the Babylon working.
Yeah.
And this Babylon working, I think. Now I don't know exactly what it was meant to do, but I thought it was meant to create, like a portal or something,
Right.
I mean, it was him. It was the guy from Scientology.
Jeff Parsons from Jet Propulsion Laboratories.
Right.
L. Ron
Yeah,
Hubbard.
the guy from L. Ron Hubbard and him.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and they were all in on this Babylon working.
Right.
And the Rolling
And,
Stones too.
Right.
they were popping in.
Yeah.
You know.
Random.
In and
Yeah.
out.
Totally
The
random.
Rolling Stones were popping in and out.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger showed up.
And probably a few other people we don't know about,
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
The Rolling Stones.
Yeah, I just heard about it,
did the music score for a bunch of Kenneth Anger films.
Oh,
Really?
interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Well, that may
But I think they were
that might have come where Sympathy for the Devil. Sympathy for the Devil, maybe.
right. Sympathy for the Devil, Paint It Black. Yeah.
Right. Which is
Yeah,
now like
yeah.
I want it painted black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
No,
Major
I was.
Mandela effect.
Anyway, I was so. The thing is, I was so into Satanism and stuff, just visually. Like I loved all the symbols and I loved all that stuff. And I'm telling you guys, when I like just screamed out to God, it was like the next morning. I didn't want to, but I threw all of that out. It was just like all I could think of in my head was like, this is BS. Like this is a deception. Like all of it is, and it's beautiful, but it's seductive. But it's like. I don't know. Oh, Harmony's muted, I think.
I just want to say I'm a big Doors fan, and like you were mentioning Babylon, and Jim Morrison made a poem, Babylon Failing, and
Yes.
and like I just wondered, if that has something. I don't know. It's
Well,
just,
he had a girlfriend who was a witch, right?
Right.
His girlfriend was a witch.
she was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Or maybe she was involved. Maybe he was involved with it. Who knows?
Well, and there's a lot of suspicion about Jim Morrison because of his past and how
Sure.
he
His
came-
dad
Absolutely.
was a CIA.
Yeah, and
Yeah, sure. Hey.
Victim of MK
not
control programming
not
from Laurel Canyon.
right.
The
Not
cults
that
there.
he's the only one, and his
But
death
Alice,
and-
we were just saying that people were popping in and out. So maybe he popped in. Who knows?
Right. Totally.
Down the rabbit
Totally.
hole, Alice. Down that rabbit hole.
Hey, I know
Yeah,
all
he
about
probably
the
went.
rabbit hole.
He probably went with Mick. Him and Mick probably showed up.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I don't
You have
doubt
no
that
idea.
there is so much more going on than we know about, but
yeah,
Sure.
I think that
He probably got taken out because something happened that he shouldn't have known or shouldn't have said, and they probably get rid of him too.
right. Right. I think that a lot of this Satan worshiping, a lot of this Satanism,
Sure.
it's so much of it, and I see it a lot because of where I live, and being having been worked in the movie industry, and being married to a man who was in the music industry. He was a signed artist who was,
oh, tell us who it is.
It's Jim Morrison.
Spill the beans.
He's so
It's Jim.
famous. He's so famous. You guys all know who he is. That's why I can't say.
Look at that. Jim's back. He's back. Jim's back.
But I got
hey guys, it's Mandela Effect. He's back.
I got his poems book.
Oh wow!
Sweet.
That's a hard book to come by. My daughter is a big Doors fan, and it took me 2 years and a lot of money to track down his book of poems for her.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a difficult one to get.
Wilderness.
One.
Alice, have you read the Laurel Canyon book? It's called like Strange Times at Laurel Canyon or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I was just listening to a chat with the author. Like he was telling all about how Jim Morrison was this like frat guy who didn't even really like sing, or he wasn't musically inclined at all, and then like seemingly overnight he just became this total
literally overnight. Yeah. It was
well, he got a demon. He got his demon, and he took off to sing.
Yeah.
It's just like that. You know what it is, Migs? It's just like the guy who became a vampire.
Right.
He got his demon and he took off.
and coincidentally, so many of them have military families. They come from military families. So
And notice how each one of them says that they're they have an alter ego now. Each one of the singers.
Right.
Sasha Fierce and all the others.
Come on.
Jim was the Lizard King.
The Lizard
King. So that was his.
King. Come on.
So there you go.
Lizard King.
There you go. There was his demon. It was his.
It was.
And what was the most upsetting to me though? The Candyman. I couldn't believe the Candyman was the Satanist.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You don't know this? You don't know this? Sammy Davis? Sammy Davis. He was a Satanist.
Yeah.
Sammy Davis. He was the Satanist.
Who was he hanging out with?
Yeah. He was in the Rat Pack. He was hanging out with the what's his name? The Anton LaVey.
Right.
Anton LaVey was the guy.
That's right.
And a lot of others, actually, a lot of stars hung out with Anton LaVey. He was a pretty popular guy after he created the Satanist church.
I'm glad you didn't take that to like the Gene Wilder level, Candyman, like because I couldn't bear. I mean, he probably's a Satanist too, but I couldn't.
No.
Gene Wilder. I mean,
Gene Wilder. No.
Why do you think he's not in the the movie business anymore?
Yeah, he died. He died.
Well, that's one reason.
He just died.
Apparently he died twice.
Before he died, he completely dropped out.
And it killed his wife. Too.
Did he?
He wanted nothing to do with it.
His wife got cancer and died. Gilda Radner.
Yeah.
She died.
Gilda, yeah. Wait, Harmony. I see Harmony back. Harmony, did you want to say anything? Sorry, we lost you.
I'm not singing tonight.
We don't know either.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not really either.
You sound great.
We were talking about before you slip into Unconsciousness.
I heard Life Matrix talking about the like brand new Doors album that just copped into this reality or whatever.
No,
we had never seen before.
No,
I've had that album from.
They had two albums after Jim died.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
those
are not.
Did they get a replacement, Jim?
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't a replacement, Jim. It was.
Yeah, his name was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
It wasn't
Jimbo.
a replacement, Jim. It was.
It was Ray and the rest of the band. Yeah. They were singing it. So.
Yeah.
Did you know that, with the weird scenes inside the canyon, the Laurel Canyon, did you hear that all the music basically that came out of that era and that location was all the studio albums, like from bands like the Mamas and the Papas and the Byrds and probably even the Doors and stuff, was recorded by one band. It was all the same band called the Wrecking Crew. And they and Buzz Aldrin played the guitar.
Yeah.
In the Wrecking Crew.
No.
Well, you know what I heard? You know what I heard now? I heard that a lot of the music of that era was written by the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no matter what the group in the 70s. In the 70s, it was all written by the same group. These two guys wrote all the music, and Cohen and Cohen was the company that put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
That's
all
so
of them.
Crazy.
It was just all set up. It was all set up.
Because I was looking at Boghat, same song, same crew. Billy Joel, yes, same guy. Let's see who else.
Wait,
all the bands.
Billy Joel too?
Some of Billy Joel's early stuff, was written by it. Then Billy took off, and Led Zeppelin, some of their songs were written by him. Journey, some of their songs were written by him. Yeah. No, well, what I did was I looked up the lyrics to all these songs, and at the bottom of each lyric it tells you who wrote it, and each lyric it was the same guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was a misprint, but it's not. It's the same guys. They wrote them all.
No, Jim Morrison definitely wrote his own lyrics.
Well, Jim Morrison, he was out there. He wrote his own poetry. He was like, But he was tripping on acid. He was tripping on acid for about half the time. So that, and I guess a demon, and I guess he had a demon. So that helped.
Probably more than a few. I'm sure he was a victim of MK Ultra and Monarch program.
Yeah, the whole hippie movement was a setup.
Yeah, right.
It was a psyop.
Yeah, and it was
a psyop, and it worked.
And Timothy Leary worked for the CIA.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was just handing out acid. Here you go.
Yep.
Here's an LSD for you and for you and for you.
Yeah, it totally worked.
Sure it did. They tested it on everybody.
I wish like I hadn't gotten that deep into some truths, because now it's just like I really can't.
Are you very sad
anymore?
You can't unlearn it, can you?
I know. You can't unsee what you've seen.
Right.
Yeah, you can't unlearn what you've learned. Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know. Once you know.
Yeah, same stuff.
That's it.
Yep, same stuff.
Yep, there's no going back.
No, you've already went down the hole. Too late.
You can't go back to sleep. It's unfortunate, but you can't.
No, afraid not.
I spent the whole weekend with my daughter and my mom, and I was just there. I envy their freedom.
Oh my goodness, Alice! I know. I totally know what you mean.
I envy their freedom of just not knowing, like, the dark, evil, like, Matrix world that we're living in. You know?
Yeah, right.
They're just like, let's go get Froyo, and I'm like, Froyo is death.
That Froyo came from cows that were artificially inseminated.
Yeah.
horribly treated.
Yeah,
and
like
had
You
their
don't
cats
know.
ripped away from them.
Are you guys seeing the chemtrails out there? You know, like.
And the cows
Did
are
you
eating
see?
the chemtrails.
Did you?
We're eating
Let me
the
ask you a
cows.
question. Did you guys see the video that I posted with the guy ranting? This guy was ranting. He was he was standing in I guess an alleyway, and he was just losing it. He was talking about, he said his friends wanted to go eat organic food, and he says, "What about your air? You don't have organic air."
Oh my gosh,
went-
that's amazing.
He went on for like, I don't know, 20 minutes just ranting, ranting. You know, he went on and
What did you call that video, Harold? I want.
Oh, I'll, you know what? I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I can get it.
Me
I'll
too.
get it.
Me
Harold,
too.
Yeah.
Harold,
Yeah.
I want to watch some of your videos for sure.
Yep. Yeah. Send me, anybody who wants to send me a message. You know, you can hook up with me with Messenger, and I'll send you that video for sure. Because this guy.
You can't send it to
He
me on
ranted.
Facebook anymore. I've been booted. I've been.
Did they kick you off Facebook?
They did. I was turned in as not being a real person, and I have been.
Really?
I have been.
You're not a real person?
I
They
have
did
been
that to me too.
permanently banned from Facebook. Yeah.
No,
You're not a real person?
Not a real person. Sorry, guys. Now you know.
Oh, darn.
Well, do you
I
know? How can I send it to you?
Yeah.
Can I send it to you by way of email? Okay, when we get off the line, I'll give it to you. I'll
My
give you my email address.
is just my email is just AllisonMandelaland@gmail.com. So
Okay,
yeah.
super.
Okay,
I'll send it to you.
Just to let you guys know, for example, I got the line face on, and
Yes.
on Facebook, if you don't have your real face, they'll boot you off because you're not showing your true self.
Oh, I have my real
Really?
face. Oh, I
Yeah.
had my real face. Yeah, I had my real face. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can either do the real
Yeah.
face or a real name thing because I don't have my.
And Mig's always showed her real face.
Yeah.
No, Migs is in our group, Bible changes, and other Mandela effects. And so is
You know
Brian.
what,
Yeah.
guys?
So is
I
Brian.
just came
What?
out, I have another Facebook, and I just came out to my friends as a weirdo Mandela Effect person.
You did?
Good for you, man.
Hey.
You know
Good
what,
job.
though? Nobody cared, and nobody commented.
Yeah.
I put my channel up, and like, I
What about the old lady?
Any of my friends about
What about the old lady?
the old lady? Which one?
Remember that old lady you were talking about? You were trying to teach her about what happened to the Arctic?
Oh,
That it wasn't there anymore?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that didn't go well.
Is she-
Nothing goes well. It's
No,
like,
it did.
honestly, it's like there is a mysterious cloud around. Like when we speak the words Mandela Effect or even type them, it's like there's a mysterious cloud, like in that TV show Lost. It's just a mist, a mystery mist around those words. Like so it doesn't even get through to people.
Facebook-
So, like, there's just zero reaction.
Facebook
Yeah.
is the land of the sleeping. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is the land of the sleeping, and when I tried to come out as a flat earther on there, like it tanked so badly.
Oh no, Al.
It was just such a, and the thing is like I tried to do it like a really interesting way, and like
Yeah.
nobody got it, and I just got like one person who was like posting animations, and I was like, yeah, forget it, never mind. I'm so over this. Like, okay,
Animations.
yeah,
Animations.
here's a pillow, enjoy your sleep. Like, forget it, I'm just not even gonna bother. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I did
It
that
is like
too.
the
I
land
tried
of the
to-
sleeping. The land of the
It
living.
is.
I tried
I
to come out
living
Oh.
mine too. Where
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and what happened?
tried to come out as like Mandela affected on my public page, and
And what happened?
People commented but they didn't get like the stuff they were saying. I was like, yeah, I felt this stuff too, but it was totally not like what I was saying. They're like, oh, I felt weird too. I was like, well, did you notice this? No, I didn't. Like,
yeah,
I didn't get it.
Migs, did you just release a video again about the keys?
No.
It was just on YouTube and it came to me in my feed as a brand new video again.
Are you kidding me?
No,
About,
no.
like, the original?
I've been getting that a lot.
Yeah, your video said that something happened and you had to re-record it.
Oh my gosh, that's what?
That's what it says. That's what it says on it's you talking. You're saying it.
What?
You're actually saying on the video, something happened to this video and I had to re-record it.
Oh my gosh. I haven't put out any new ones in a couple days. That's so
Yeah.
strange.
You need to go to
It's
YouTube.
only a matter of time.
Go to YouTube.
You're gonna like put the iron fist down on our table and just like
I watched it. I watched it for the second time. I watched it originally, and then I watched it again. And you said something. I tried to make this video, but something happened, so I had to remake the video. And I thought, well, you must have remade the video to tell the story about your keys. And then I realized it's the same exact story you told originally. And I'm like, why did it come out now as a brand new video? It didn't make any sense.
So bizarre.
Yeah, it came out like a brand new video. Yeah, it came out like a new video. Go to your YouTube. Yeah, like 2 days ago. Go to your videos. Go to YouTube and see that video and see if you didn't say something happened and I had to remake the video.
That is bizarre. I definitely don't. Oh my gosh, that's creepy. Because I definitely didn't put out anything like that.
Okay, well, go check your videos. Check it because maybe it's maybe it's an AI thing. I don't know.
Right. I haven't seen that. I was just
gonna
catch up on yours today too.
I think they purposely. I've seen this with targeted individuals. If they post anything online, it's like they say that it's purposely misspelled. Like their comments will come up like total gibberish after they've written it out nicely. They'll come back and see their comment as total gibberish or like a bunch of spelling errors and mistakes and stuff. And like, I just think like the AI is stacked against us, Mandela.
Yeah. Have you ever seen this happen to you? Have you ever seen this happen to you, Alice?
What was that?
Having a video that you did a while ago pop up again as a brand new video?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I found it weird because, I know I watched it originally when you first put it out, and I looked at it and it seemed like the same video, but you said on the video, I'm redoing this video. So I thought, oh, okay, I guess you redid it. Something happened.
Oh my goodness, that's so weird.
That's
To be honest, I'm so surprised that we're even able to successfully get anything out about talking about the Mandela effect. I think they're only letting us do this because it's interesting to whoever's putting this in place.
I think a lot of
making this happen.
I've been.
They get off on us talking.
I've been having this conversation back and forth within a group that I'm having these discussions with, and we've been wondering that, like, why are they letting us connect? Why are they letting us have these conversations? Why are they letting us figure this stuff out?
Well, maybe they're judging how good they're doing.
Right, and
I kind of have a theory on that.
And maybe they want it out. Maybe this is sort of like up there with the predictive programming.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
Right.
Maybe.
Because
possible.
there's a lot of blatant information being put out there all the time that's so obvious. If you are awake and you have discernment, you can see exactly what it is,
Yeah.
But if you don't, you're just like, wow, that's a really cool video. I really like that,
Right.
Oh
but
if you
I think
know what's up.
we should. By the way, I think we should change the name of the Mandela Effect to, quote, the people who don't care that the reality, like, I don't even know how to put this into words. I want to name it after the people who don't care that reality is changing. How can we do that?
Right.
like the mass apathy about reality changing effect. Does that like have a nice ring to it?
That's weird. You know what I just saw?
Reality shifting anomaly. I don't know.
You know what I just saw?
It's so ironic to me that people don't care about it. That's the kind of the craziest part to me. You cannot get people to care.
Hey,
about
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, I'm back. I wanted to share something with you guys because Teresa had shared some residue, and so did Josh Levy, about people have been buzzing about Meet the Millers versus We're the Millers. What do you guys remember?
I never watched that show.
About what?
We're the Millers. I remember We're the Millers.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's so weird. I remember Meet the Millers. And,
I remember Meet the Millers.
I interviewed somebody at GameStop, and he said it was Meet the Millers, which I'll share that with you guys in a second. We're approaching that midnight hour.
4 minutes till.
Yeah, I know. Look at this. There's Residue. Meet the Millers on Fox News.
I changed my quote. I think it is Meet the Millers now. I think about it. I didn't like the movie, but now that I think about it, it was Meet the Millers.
That weird. The Sun has it. Explore Talent right here covers interview with Jennifer Aniston about Meet the Millers. Film review Meet the Millers. I walked into Walmart and I knew this was wrong before anybody even said anything about it. Like, oh, and there's Residue on OxyClean. You see OxyClean with the Y?
Ew,
yeah, that's.
Well, there's just things kill Billy Mays.
You think that's Photoshop? Could that be Photoshop, you think?
I wonder if there's a whole rabbit hole with Billy Mays. Like, if he
right?
sacrifice or something.
Hi, this is Dead Billy Mays.
Hi, this is Billy Mays, and I'm back from the grave to sell you OxyClean with a Y.
Wait, is Billy
with
Mays
a Y?
alive?
No, he's dead. He's dead.
He's been dead.
Yo, listen to this, you guys.
Well, maybe he's not now.
Oh,
yeah, maybe he came back.
Raymond? Yeah. Oh, hey, man, good to meet you. This is GameStop, correct? You guys take, like, movie trades as well?
Say that again?
You guys take movie trade-ins and all, too?
No, we don't, unfortunately. It's just video games.
Oh, at one time, I think you did.
One time, yes, we did, but not anymore.
All right, well, you remember this movie with Jennifer Aniston? I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was something The Millers. I couldn't remember what it was. You remember something?
Is it called
Meet the
Millers or something?
I think it was Meet the Millers, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
All right, because I was wondering
Wow,
about
there you
that.
go.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, man. Thanks, bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I wonder
Oh,
if
there
they
you
think,
go.
Yeah, I wonder if they think. Like,
I'm just wondering,
Yeah,
Brian, do you have somebody you can call right now? That would be funny. If you could pick somebody. On the spot, right
Let's
now.
call can we call the werewolf? Dude, can we call Harold's friends?
Call the werewolf dude.
The werewolf dude.
Wait, which one? Which
You mean
one?
the vampire? You mean the vampire? He's a vampire. You remember? And here's I had a question. I have a question now. He was a vampire, and now he's supposed to be an evangelist. So is he still a vampire?
You know?
Is he going to be a vampire when he dies?
Some vampires can.
How can you die if you're a vampire?
He was a yarmulke vampire.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what his deal is.
But he was a vampire. He really was.
Right.
It's Twilight
I figure out his yarmulke.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, he had the yarmulke vampire.
It's true.
All right, guys. 20
That's
seconds.
really what I think that.
Oh,
20 seconds, guys.
Here we go.
Yeah, I love everybody. In case we're not here in a minute.
10,
you on the other
9,
side.
8,
The countdown
7,
to Y2K.
5,
Love you guys,
4,
just in case.
3,
Love you.
Oh,
I'm
love all
still
you
here.
guys.
I'm closing
Like
my
my
eyes.
plastic surgeon always said, you
12
gotta
o'clock.
smile.
It's 12
Hey,
o'clock.
we're here.
We're still
Hey,
here.
Well, I don't know. I still got like 20
Hi.
seconds left.
I was here an hour ago.
I'm here. So it's 12 o'clock.
You guys, what if we have
Nothing
to go
happens
through
on
7
time.
years of Mandela effects?
7 days of Mandela effect.
No, 7 years.
7 years?
Like Mandela
Oh.
tribulation.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Been through it already. So
There we go. Oh, wow. I'm still here.
we're still
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh wait, maybe
Okay.
we have to wait till the West Coast time.
In the chat,
like
Diane Bowden says, my husband read Bill
Mandela effect.
Schoenbellen's book and demons came out of it. He tore it up. That's interesting. That's the guy we're talking about. I believe it.
He was a top Satanist.
He's so goofy,
And he became
though. He's such a dork.
Yeah, I know, and he became an evangelist.
I mean, I respect him. I have to research him more. The story was really interesting, though. And at
Well,
least
here's the
he was
question.
talking about the blood of Jesus. You know, I mean, that's
Well, I
good
guess.
advice to give someone. It's the best weapon you could use against anything.
I guess.
You know.
But if you're a vampire, I mean.
Okay, guys, I got an app on my phone here. It shows
Yeah.
the stars right now, and it doesn't. Well, where the sun and the moon is right now is at my feet, which is kind of crazy.
Oh,
where
wow.
where Virgo is, and the sun and the moon are like right where they should be.
And the 7 stars?
Yeah, Leo's there, right where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
And
good
how
thing
about
you're not a
Jupiter?
woman travailing in birth, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's a
I went
necessary ingredient.
I went up on
sometime.
my roof to try and get some good shot of the moon and the stars
Yeah.
and all that, and
it's already over the horizon, I think, for us.
Really? Wow.
for me, I can still get pretty good shot. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up on my roof.
right now.
Up on my roof, I can get a really good shot. Yeah, really good shot.
It went down a while ago for me, and then
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
go in and deal with children stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Diane Bowden says, my husband ran out of the house in his underwear and threw the book in the trash.
Really?
Wow.
Well,
That must have been
A demon came out of it. What kind of demon?
experience, Diane.
Which book was
Thank you
that?
for sharing that.
What book
We need
was
to get
that?
your husband on to interview him
Wait,
about
what book?
this.
Hold on, what book?
Let me see. It was the guy that we're talking about who was an ex-Satanist who wrote about his experience.
Aleister Crowley?
Bill Schnoebelen.
Schnoebelen.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm going to give you the video after we get off the line.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of laughing and joking, but I mean, it is kind of,
Yeah.
it is an intense subject. Like, that stuff is very
Right.
real.
It's very real.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was
Have you guys-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, have we opened up like any questions of like what the chat has to say?
That's what I was just gonna say. There was a question in the chat that I had asked. Data Junkie wondered if we had covered the article about Facebook AI listening to our conversations yet. And I know we kind of touched on that a little bit, but
Yeah, we didn't really cover it. We didn't really cover it yet. No.
I do have an idea about that.
touched on it, but that was it.
That was the video. That's the video you guys want when they're off here, right?
The AI one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI video. Okay.
Yeah.
This lady, she's talking about these beings. They don't need devices to monitor us, and they monitor the entire planet. But apparently, the Mandela Effect, they really monitor like 24/7. And apparently, now according to her, she said that they form our reality on the fly, like real time. So it could explain some things. I mean, we were listening to a song Hotel California, and it had the word or and. Or heaven or hell, or heaven and hell. It could be, and it kept switching back and forth between or and and. And we would once we'd listen to it, it would say or. Then we listen to it again, it says and. So it was hard to tell. We were getting angry because we'd listen to it once and it would be or, the next time it'd be and, then it would go to or again, and then it was really being annoying, because we were arguing back and forth. There was it was me, Brian, Candice, and Teresa, and Teresa's version of it said and. But we listened to another version, Brian's version, it said or. But when he slowed it down, it said and. Wow. So, and then we listened to it again, and it says or, and then it said and. And it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So
I saw a video just like that about the California Dreamin' song, which pretends to pray and began to pray.
Come on, let's play it. Let's play it.
Which one? Which song? California Dreamin' or what? Which one?
Yeah.
California Dreamin'.
The exact thing happened with that.
I heard began to pray today.
Yeah, began. I heard began.
You heard it today too?
It's always,
no, I heard it.
It's always been pretend
to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the first Mandela videos I saw. It was just some guy listening to that song over and over and over again. He kept flipping back and forth for it.
Here we go. Maybe we're waiting for it to flip back.
Pretended.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says pretend now.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was always began. I began to pray.
Do it again.
I remember began too.
Okay. Yeah, pretend. Isn't that weird?
Pretend.
It's always been
weird.
pretend for me.
No.
Yeah. They did it on what was it called? The Voice, and she sung it "Pretend to Pray."
And
that's messed up.
And just as as a little side here, and this is not trying to be like throwing names out, but I'm friends with his daughter, and I had asked her about that once because that is such a thing, and she said that he wrote it as pretend.
Wow,
So,
John Phillips?
Yeah, I'm friends I'm friends with Mac Phillips. I could post a picture just to prove it if you want to see a picture of us together. So, but
you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to. I want to see that picture immediately. No, I'm kidding.
I could pull it up right now. Right now. I could pull it up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm friends with Mac Phillips, and it's a question I asked her because it had come up before of that.
Yeah.
Began pretend, because me and my daughter had gotten to that argument of like listening to it.
Yeah.
And this goes back to 2012 of her sitting.
Yeah.
Her and I listening at the record player there trying to figure it out. And I'm like, no, it's pretend. And she kept saying it was began. And so I asked Mac, and she was like, no, I have the original handwritten lyrics that he wrote. And
Paper?
It's pretend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So there you go.
Oh, Terry the Faith in the chat, she said, I heard the remake of that song sung by another singer in the movie San Andreas, and it was Began to Pray. This was a recent movie. That's interesting.
Really?
The Rock.
I know.
I think
Who was it that told me that?
People remember half the other.
The girl that was on The Voice was a actress, a young girl actress who was an actress young in her career. Then she grew up and I guess had children and whatever, and she gave up her career, so she came back to sing. And she was, I think, who was this actress? You would know her too. It was a really famous kid actress. Curly Sue or something?
Shirley Temple?
Oh, yeah.
Curly
No,
Sue.
no, no,
Yes,
no.
it was Curly Sue. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Curly Sue. It was
Yeah,
the
it was
actress
Curly
who played Curly Sue
Yep.
when she was a kid.
that
But she won. She started singing the song. She sung the well when she was young. She I guess after that time she decided to not be an actress anymore, or something happened, and she ended up having 2 children and getting married, and the whole 9 yards, and she just never went back to the career. So she went to The Voice, and she ended up winning The Voice, by the way. But she sung that song, and that's how I heard it. I heard that song.
And you want to hear a funny thing is she's friends in the same group of friends, and she knows Mac as well. So
really, oh, okay.
That's the weird part. That's the weird
yes,
part.
I guess.
Can you invite your awesome musician friends on next Friday?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to come over? Do you guys all want to come over?
Yeah.
Sure. Can we come over? Can we come over and visit?
Party.
Yeah, we want to meet.
Party at Alice's house.
Sure.
I'll be there.
Sure. Why not? Sure. I gotta fly.
It's the
I gotta get
side
on an
effect.
airplane. I'll be right there.
Side effect of living in Los Angeles for so long. Yeah.
You just happen to know people.
I seriously I hate name dropping. I hate it. I never do it. I'm only doing it because it's pertinent to this conversation right now. And I got to go take a shower just because I did 2 name drops right there. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna name.
You gotta evangelize the Mandela Effect to them so that they can come
Yeah, I
on.
know. Yeah,
Right?
now you gotta
I
get them in
know.
here.
I know.
You gotta get them in here.
I'm
Right? I
gonna
know.
name drop right now.
Go ahead, do it.
Being in Canada, I know Jon Snow.
What?
Yeah.
Who's that?
What?
From Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
Oh,
You know him?
Because we have so much snow. Ha ha ha.
No, I was hoping you knew what's his name. Brian, who was it?
No.
Who was it, Brian, from Canada, that we wanted to know about? The guy from Ghostbusters. What is his name?
Dan Aykroyd.
No, the little one.
Rick Moranis.
The little one. The little Rick Moranis.
Rick
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
he's
need to-
from Canada.
We were hoping you knew. Well, we hoped you knew him. We could bring him in. We wanted to talk about his eyes.
Mandela affected.
His eyes changed colors.
Well,
Remember that movie where
I think
Strange
the
Yeah.
best is Jim Carrey. Really.
He completely quit acting.
Do you think Jim Carrey
He was
knows about
Illuminati.
the Mandela Effect, and he
I
just
think
won't talk
Jim
about it?
Carrey.
Can we talk about some other eyes? David Bowie. How about David Bowie? You were,
He's dead.
Well, David Bowie had an eye injury when he was in his
And
20s. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a glass eye put in.
No, it wasn't a glass eye. It's an eye injury. He was punched in the eye, and
Oh.
it's
Really?
not actually 2 different colors. It's that his pupil is permanently
Dilated.
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
why
wow.
it looks that way. Yeah, it was from getting in a fight when he was young.
Well, he's
Yeah.
David
He's-
Bowie was awesome.
yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Or is he?
Or is he?
Yeah.
Alice, is that
the
something you want to
music
talk
he
about?
wrote, early on in his career, it was all a bunch of kid songs.
Really? Really?
hate to
He wrote
say
kid
this 'cause I'm
songs?
such a huge
Kinda
David
looks like
Bowie
Patrick
fan, but
Baru.
it seems to be his career was just crap for the longest time, and then I think he might have done a selling his soul kind of thing. Although I hate to say it.
Well, him and Mick Jagger. Him and Mick Jagger were actually, they were a couple for a while.
Yes,
Yeah,
they were.
and
No. His life, his music
Yeah.
was crap, man. He had,
No, I mean
Oh,
early on, before
With the little kid
before he
songs.
actually started getting famous. He wrote songs for children that were really weird. They're interesting. But,
Okay,
I mean,
I can't
it was
disagree. I can't disagree
his
with that.
songwriting ability totally changed.
She's not talking about when he. Ziggy Stardust. We're not talking about the Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
imagine what kind of music David Bowie would write for children.
In the end, he was with like 9 Inch Nails. He was with like a bunch of big groups there. So
yeah.
And we was big in the 80s too.
I have a question, which I've noticed just recently. But do you guys remember Bare Naked Ladies?
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
Canada, right here, Canada. 9 Inch.
Go ahead.
They I've noticed they write so many songs for different movies, and I don't remember that. Like they were always like just a, like they came out of the woodwork and then they were there. But then now that I listen to all my kids, like movies that they watch or shows or whatever, and it's Bare Naked Ladies, like on everything. Like I'm telling you, constantly.
No, Bare Naked Ladies is a Canadian band, and as far as I know, they I've seen them in concert. Like they do the theme song for Big Fame.
No, there's more than that.
Why? They do a lot of kid songs too.
Yeah, they do kid songs or like Disney movies. And the main singer's voice. He's in different shows, and I never remembered them.
I don't remember them
being so
I don't either.
prevalent in in Disney and stuff like
Wait,
that.
which ones? I do remember coming across
Bare Naked Ladies.
like a CD one time, and it was like Bare Naked Ladies kids song, like songs for children or something like that.
Oh,
and I
that's
was like,
so weird.
What?
No,
there was a CD of it.
Wow.
No, but after the fourth album, the lead singer left the band.
Really?
And now he's singing on his own.
Well, this was years ago, and a couple
So now they're just naked ladies. They're not bare naked ladies anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I don't listen.
Oh, okay. I don't.
I don't know. I just
Just
thought
wondering.
that was something different.
They were popular.
I was
in the 90s.
fixing.
Yeah, I'm a
Late
90s kid.
90s.
Well, 80s kid.
I was gonna name drop. I know somebody's cousin. I know Cindy Lauper's cousin.
Really?
Yeah. I met Cindy Lauper's cousin when I was delivering sodas in Brooklyn. I went into the office and there was inside her cubicle there was nothing but pictures of Cindy Lauper. And
how weird is that?
and I asked her, I said, "Well, you must be a big fan of Cindy Lauper." She goes, "I should be. I'm her cousin." I was like, "Oh, okay, makes sense." Makes sense.
You guys want to hear something hysterical?
Sure.
Yeah.
My 70-year-old mother is dressing up as Cindy Lauper for Halloween.
You're kidding. Now, which one is it the red dress? Is it the red dress with the like hose and the She's So Unusual?
She's got the pink net gloves,
stockings,
and the stockings,
and the red shirt, the red dress. It was a red dress, right?
Yes, it's amazing. It is amazing.
She's so unusual. She's so unusual. Yeah.
My mom is, and she's going in to have her hair dyed as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
You got to take a picture. You got to take a picture.
Oh, I'm going to go get video. I mean, ever since I posted the video of the interview with my mom the other day, my mom has become such
She's become a star, isn't she?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have
Star now.
I know I have to drive 4 hours north once a week to go get a video with my mom because people are demanding it. So yeah.
You now get kicked off your channel. Now it's your mom's channel.
I know. They're like, hey, piss off, Alice. Where's your mom?
Where's your mom? We want to talk to her. She's the cool one.
Yeah. So much love for your mom.
I know, yeah, right? Yeah, I met a couple people like that, just delivering stuff to places, and you go, "Hey, that is a really big Hulk Hogan thing there," and they go, "Yeah, well, I'm his uncle or I'm his cousin or something." You know, it was like that. Somebody's cousin.
Mask.
No, that was that one. Oh, that was the Joker. You mean the Joker? Show him the Joker thing.
Oh, should I show it again?
Show him the Joker one.
I was doing that because Seeker is showing his Boba Fett.
Joker, did I hear you say that you coined this term Mandelites?
Mandelians, yeah.
Yeah.
Mandelians.
When I first started making videos, I started calling everybody Mandelians, and I noticed
like that.
I noticed that what was his name? They showed it earlier, but the guy was apologizing to him. He was apologizing to Moneybags. Well, one of his videos came up in my suggested, and he was talking about Mandelians, and I'm like, well, you saw my channel. And he started like trash talking, and I was like, no more of you.
Well, I have news for you. The lady who I'm going to send you the video from, guess what word she uses? Guess what word she uses in her video?
What's that?
Here's the word. No. It's an old word of ours. It's demonic AI.
Wow.
Nobody did demonic AI. We coined that phrase and she used it. I was like, yeah, she used our phrase. She stole it. Yay. The lady, remember the video I was going to send you guys? She used demonic AI. Candice, that's Candice's
I actually
favorite
heard,
word.
I heard someone use Mandister in a video.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That is
I know.
Credit goes to you for that amazing term.
I know. I was like, my
Mandister,
word
huh?
Mandister.
Mandister. That's
Mandister.
That's my Mandela sister.
Yep.
Mandister.
Mandister.
See that?
Yeah.
See that? Now we got the words. Now they're stealing all our word phrases now.
Throw them out there, everybody. Spread the word.
We gotta start copywriting.
I know, right?
Here's a new. I got a new. Here's our new word. Fear porn. That's another word.
Right.
Fear porn.
Right.
Fear porn.
Fear porn. That was coined last night. Fear porn.
Rampant.
What?
And it's rampant.
Fear porn.
I don't think it was coined last night, though.
No, we used it last night, though. I did ask permission. I said, can I use that word? I need to use that word. Can I use that word? He said, yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Good.
Is there
My new word. Fear porn.
Is there porn?
I get really bothered when people use that.
No. It's people are making all these. They're scaring everybody with these scary videos about everybody dying and basically we're going to hell in a handbasket, and and basically that's fear porn.
Yep.
Fear
porn.
Yeah.
Even channels that like I have really respected with showing not mainstream news, but like, you know, our news, you know, and showing the things that are happening, like the weather manipulation and the crazy things that are happening. Like all of a sudden lately, it's like fear, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
everybody's gonna die, and you know, the world's going to hell, and you know,
I've had such respect
you on the other
for
side.
you. I've had so much respect for you
right?
Now all you care about is like putting all this scary stuff up on the screen and making as many people freak out as possible.
Right.
Yeah. So
Where's
you
that
know we can feed the demons a little bit more. You know, like
right.
Feed off of.
That's
you know?
exactly what they need. What is that?
Oh wow!
What is that?
Definition.
Come on.
Was that on Urban Dictionary that they're just talking about the New World Order?
It's a dynamite.
Wait, what is that, Joker?
It's a Joker
bomb. Oh, it's a Joker bomb. It's a Joker bomb.
It's a 23rd.
I
just thought it was the middle finger. It's a
23rd.
We're still here.
Ready to go.
It's hard to tell anymore.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
Now we got a Joker bomb. We might not be here.
Why not?
No longer
Because the bomb might go off. Joker
I'm
bomb.
telling you guys,
Don't
it's going to
worry.
be 7 more years of Mandela effects to talk about every Friday.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
I know, right?
Mandela tribulation.
Yeah, right.
I want something
this
to
is where it
happen. You know what I
starts.
mean? I want something big to happen.
Hey, have you guys ever heard the term adorkable?
Adorable.
No.
Yes.
Adorkable?
Oh my
Dorky.
goodness. That's a Zoe Deschanel thing.
I like it.
Is it?
Someone that's attracted to like dorks and nerds.
I like it.
Yeah.
I would consider myself that.
I like the term manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah.
That's a Zoe
I would
Deschanel
like
thing.
to think I'm that, but
I like
you know,
that too, Meeks.
I'm single. So.
I'm not a dork at all.
No.
No, never.
Never. Yeah.
I was once corrected on that because I said something about being a dork. They're like the correct vernacular would be nerd.
Happy birthday. Officially.
No, that's actually the nerd is. Hey, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
All team. I think it's singing.
Sammy. Uh-oh.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
And many more.
At least until the weekend is over.
Yeah.
Talking, but I can't hear her.
You share birthday with 2 of my exes, and I'm not holding that against you.
Oh.
Which bands were they?
Yeah. The ones with chains.
Wait, Alice, what is your sign again?
I'm an Aries.
Aries, sweet. Okay, cool. We
Yeah.
get along pretty good. I'm a Sag.
Oh yeah, we get on perfectly then. Yeah.
Yeah. I am a water sign. Hey. I was a
We
Pisces
take
/ Aquarius.
I'm the new guy. Yeah.
I used
I'm the
to
new
be a
guy.
goat.
Yeah.
Holds a snake.
Yeah, you're that snake guy?
Yeah, I'm the snake guy.
Uh-oh.
I'm
now
Scorpio.
I'm
Scorpion
Aquarius now.
Oh,
I was Pisces.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I used to be a goat until Mandela
Still water sign.
changed it. Now
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Capricorn.
Virgo.
And I'm giving birth right now.
What?
Look at
We
that.
are witnessing live birth of R2D2.
Live birth of an R2D2.
Oh, his first words are awesome. The first day I didn't
Well,
feel
thank you
about
guys. I really appreciate it. Like,
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You got
happy birthday to me and everything.
Yeah.
Aww.
You're
Like,
welcome.
this is part of my family, you know? You guys are kind of like my family.
Yeah.
I talk to you guys
Yeah.
daily or
Yeah.
daily, and
Closing
you know,
comments.
like, that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. So,
Awesome.
What are you gonna do for your birthday besides this? Besides hang out with us?
Yeah.
well, it's still 9:30 here, but
Wow.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Like, my husband's gone, and so I am cheerleading in the morning with my daughter. Yay!
Wonderful. Yay.
And then my friend invited me over to do something, but like other than that, like
Sweet.
I don't really put out there that it's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just kind of like
I'm the same way.
Now
I'm the same
everyone-
way. Yeah.
32 is like one of those birthdays. I'm like, it's still like,
Right.
I'm not even. I'm not even gonna mention how old I'll be this year.
It's cool.
My 30th birthday is coming up in November.
Is it really?
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. But like,
Wow.
it's weird because now all my friends and family just think I've like gone off the deep end. Like I'm crazy conspiracy.
Lost your mind.
Kind of an awkward 30th birthday to have.
to the club.
They all, like, don't know if I should be in a mental institution.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
Pretty much.
Happy
Like,
birthday! You might be insane.
Pretty much. Happy birthday. This is a card. It's also a test we'd like you to fill out.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have any. You don't have to.
They're pretty pictures. What do you think of them?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see space aliens.
Most expensive birthday present.
You don't believe in reptiles, do you?
Ignore that it's
Yeah, we bought you a new coat.
Right.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah, let me get that for you. Yeah, let me get that for you.
We're going out to dinner at a new place.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
The guys all wear white. The guys all wear white here.
Very
And you have
very
Actually,
Yeah.
hoping that we get raptured out before my 30th birthday.
Raptured out. Please rapture us out.
Oh man. You know, like,
Please, please.
so coming up to the day, people were all
If it gets
like,
bad, trust me, you'll want to be raptured out, okay?
Yeah, right?
What was that, Sham? What were you saying?
I was gonna say, like, everyone always said, well, what do you feel about this? And then I would ask people also, you know, and I was like, well, I don't know how I feel about it. Because, like, if I die on my birthday, I die on my birthday. Like,
that is my life. That is, I'm not even joking, and this is not morbid, but it's been my life goal to die on my birthday because I like things neat and tidy, and, like, that is just, like, so, like...
Do you know how often that happens, though? Like,
it's
or
so,
right around your birthday?
like,
it's super weird.
like, I just want it to be, like, boom, boom, like, so perfect, like...
Because you're going to notice it
And, like,
afterwards.
my dad died, like, 5 days before his birthday, and I was like, dude, you are so fucking close. You almost nailed it. So close.
Almost nailed it.
I can beat that. I can beat that. I know I can.
Wow.
And he died. It was 5 days before his 44th birthday. So
Oh, jeez.
me and my dad have, like, so many stinks in our lives. Like, it's so weird. And so when I was coming up to this birthday was my 44th birthday. So me and my husband the whole time we were like, ooh, am I gonna die? We were, like, waiting, like.
What are you gonna do?
The whole day
Is
we
it
were
this
like,
year?
The
Is
whole
it this
day
year?
we were like, is this the day? Am I gonna?
No.
Shit, I'm still fucking
No.
here. God damn it. All right, another year. All right,
Hey,
fuck it.
before we go,
I guess we're going to Target.
Yeah.
Harmony wanted me to share with you guys.
Sorry
It's a
for
diagram.
swearing, Brian. I apologize for the curse.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
30 over
Go
here.
ahead, Ryan.
Let me share this with you guys real quick. We've been Mandela'd out tonight, I think. We've been overwhelmed with so much stuff, but it's all good stuff, you know? Look at this.
Yeah.
This is Harmony's diagram right
Wow.
here. Does anybody recognize that from his channel? It's just vertical.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I think it might have something to do with that Aleister Crowley thing he sent me earlier. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Look,
The hexagram.
you guys see
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harmony's videos were like one of the very first. He was one of the very first YouTube channels that woke me up.
Yeah.
I'll
Uh-huh.
never forget, like, listening to him talk about archons and stuff. I was just like, oh my gosh. I had never
an
heard that
archon.
before.
I know. What's an
Crap is an
archon?
archon. Yeah, what's crap's an archon?
We
Never heard of that.
talked a lot last night. I talked to him and Wounded Warrior last night, and
Yeah.
he had so many different things, like, you know, theories and how he felt and everything. It was so interesting. Like, it was really cool.
He's
to,
an
like,
interesting
sit there.
guy, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Talking good smack about you.
You survived the thing.
That was awkward.
Yeah.
That was awkward.
But it was interesting because like I got his perspective on stuff, and on top of other people, it's like really cool to get everyone else's perspective.
Yep.
On what they think, and then we all come together and like kind of share a little bits of what we feel, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. People from different walks of life coming together and being about Mandelas. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
No, I just want to say, Brian hasn't got into the conversation as much as all of us, but I want to thank him for getting us all together. That's great.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
Thanks for this virtual house party.
Thanks, Brian.
I'm
we loved yours.
Windows. Teresa sending me residues and checking the chat and all that. So, but I really do appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah.
And, see, anyone have any closing comments? Thank you, Seeker, for that.
Where's my T-shirt?
I got mine.
I need my T-shirt.
You'll get it by Monday.
Oh yeah.
Can you
I'm
get
gonna
one
wear
in
it to
French?
work and annoy everyone because they already think I talk about the Mandela Effect way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian,
Did you get yours?
Brian,
Yeah, I got mine. I got like.
Show them your shirts.
Brian, where can
I got my shirt.
Guys, email me, okay? If you want a shirt, I'll tell you how to.
okay.
You got 2
I got a
minutes.
whole
And
box
I'll
full.
go
Look.
change into it.
He's got a box full.
Look at this. I'm not kidding. Look.
Wow.
He has a whole box full.
Just email you to get one. Is that the deal?
This
That's
one.
the deal.
Okay.
If you guys want this one, hang on. I had them specially made. This one's 15 if you want just a design like that. And let's see. Harold, you got yours, Harold?
I got mine. Yep. I got 2 of them.
They have these. These look pretty cool.
And I got that one too.
That's the one I got.
That's the one you got.
That's the one.
I wish mine said McFarlane like before your name got
you mean before the
affected,
change?
like with the MC.
If there was.
Yeah, before the
But
change.
you should make a special like edition.
Yeah, you have to. You have to now.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? It's a cross on your sign. When we see your thing, it's a cross. But on the shirt, you got a Star David. You see the cross?
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
a cross
on here. Yeah.
Hey, I got it.
Yeah, but on your T-shirt, it's a Star David. It's a Star David on your T-shirt.
Oh,
and nice. I just wondered, why didn't you have the cross? What happened? Did you decide to put the Star David on there, or is it a Mandela effect, or what?
Cross on the T-shirt. An actual
No,
T-shirt.
it's a star. It's a star.
Hold on a minute.
It's a
now
star.
It looks like a star on his thing.
It looks like a
he did.
Look at the T-shirt.
It's a star. It looks like a star on your thing.
Harold, I thought the same thing. For the first T-shirt you showed, Brian, it looks like a Star of David.
The first one.
Let me see.
The first one. The other one.
I can't
get the other shirt.
I can't see it.
Yeah, get the other shirt. It looks like a Star David.
That was made by a different crafter.
Yeah, it looks like a Star David.
Yeah, that's probably what he thought it looked like.
Let's see here.
But think
Star David.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
It looks more like a Star David than a cross.
Yeah.
Doesn't it though?
See?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is.
Yeah, see? So, Mandela Effect.
You have become more of Mandela Effect.
You're a Mandela Effect.
It's a T-shirt for like every religion,
Yeah. Yeah, you can make one for each religion, yeah.
You can put
Yeah, you could put a
I don't know.
pink elephant on. You could put a blue elephant on there for the Hindus.
Right,
Just put a J in the middle of mine.
Yeah, Shammy.
Yeah, J in the middle for yours.
Yeah.
Joker effect.
See?
Yeah, just put an igloo with a bunch of dog sleds or something for Canada.
Yeah, what's the religion of Canada?
Yeah, what is the official religion over there?
I think
it's Catholic, right?
I think we're all Catholic, yeah.
Oh right,
Yeah, I think it's Catholic.
But I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian though.
They have a
You
lot
can
of
put a-
Protestantism as well.
Well,
A little emoji with sunglasses.
You'll get it by Monday, Beats. And Tom ordered one too. He ordered one the same day, and he'll get his, I think, Friday because he's closer. But
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys want to get one? Just send me an email, and I'll send you one.
Sweet. What a guy.
That's awesome, Brian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. The American money might be. It might cost me more in Canadian.
It'll cost you $1 million.
$1 million.
Remember, we all got to think about
That's just the exchange rate
$1 million
today.
in.
Yeah, let's see what the exchange.
Tomorrow it's more.
Yeah.
It could change.
It could change.
It could change. Donald Trump could tweet something tomorrow, and then the dollar would go up.
He
The
probably,
dollar is
Yeah.
going
he
to change
probably
to
already
goes hard.
has. Yeah.
He already has tweeted.
$1 Canadian dollar is
Check him out.
0.81 US dollars. $1 Canadian dollar is 0.81 US dollars.
0.81.
0.81.
81. So it's 81 cents to a dollar.
Wow.
Yep, 81 cents to a
Hey
dollar.
there. Hey there.
Wow.
Well,
Hey,
we got the bare naked ladies.
buy a couple now. You better buy a couple then. Now that we know the exchange rate, you got to buy a couple.
You know,
Bare
you know
naked
the bare
lady.
naked ladies song is "If I
Yeah.
Had $1 Million."
This is
Big
Synchronicities.
obviously the bare naked lady effect.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sure. Obviously.
That'll be the new.
Obviously.
They'll make the soundtrack for the Mandela Effect.
You have that. What is it?
Yeah, there it is.
Fear porn? No?
Yeah, fear porn. Fear porn. Fear porn.
Well, it was a great discussion,
I
guys.
had $1 million.
Yeah.
I
It
would
was
buy
Hey.
a Trump boat, and I would travel down to Mexico and build me a wall.
Crap. That was a song.
That was beautiful.
It's karaoke song. Yeah. There you go.
You know what though?
Karaoke.
I'll take They Might Be Giants over the bare naked ladies any day. I mean, this really.
They might be giants.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Migs. I am so with
Monkey.
you
We're
on
talking about
that.
like an awesome band that also does children's songs. Like, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm an old man, so I'll go with Duran Duran every day.
Oh,
Uh,
every day. If we're going music, we're going 80s, 100%.
We're going to go that way.
Lady.
Oh, everyone should name their favorite band. Your
Eurythmics.
number one favorite band. What is it?
The Smiths.
Eurythmics.
Billy
Duran
Idol.
Duran.
What did you say, Brian?
Eurythmics.
What? My favorite band?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the 80s.
Oh, from the 80s. Gosh.
Yeah.
I have so many bands. Probably Metallica.
Flock. How about Flock of Seagulls?
Oh no, that's not fair because Metallica is the best rock band ever. But Duran Duran,
Yeah, you can't.
like the offset of Metallica.
I would have to say Billy Idol.
What is it?
Billy Idol. Love Billy Idol.
Billy Idol?
I love Billy Idol.
Carol, did you
Yes.
say Skrillex?
No, but I would. But I didn't. Actually, I said Billy Idol and I said the Eurythmics.
The Eurythmics. Okay, that's
Sweet
cool.
dreams
Yeah.
are made of things.
Exactly.
Guns N' Roses. Anyone like Guns N' Roses?
Oh yeah, I like.
Yeah, I like Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I like Guns N' Roses. Sure.
And their Mandela effect.
It's a Mandela effect now.
Yeah.
My favorite
Smashing
band is
pumpkins.
Fish.
Yeah, I like smashing. Fish. I like fish.
By far. They're so strange. I love
Mine the
them.
Smiths,
So
and the Smiths have not yet been Mandela, so I
Oh, okay.
So
Now that you just said that,
Not
they're going to be
yet.
Mandela tonight. Tonight.
I'm waiting.
It's coming now.
Morrissey
You should have
needs to
said
be
it.
Mandela. He
You should have
deserves to
said
be
that. Now it's
Mandela.
coming.
Pink Floyd, reality check says Pink Floyd all day long.
Oh, yeah. I like Pink Floyd. I like Pink Floyd.
Crazy
Sure.
shine on your diamonds.
I like ZZ Top.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what you
ZZ
guys are
Top.
talking
Great
about,
night.
but go ahead.
Time is it now?
Bands from the 80s.
Is it time for us to cut out, Brian?
Yeah, it's
it's getting to that
My
time.
phone's gonna die.
Good night, guys.
All right.
We're all still
Good night.
We're all
All
still
Good night.
Love you all.
All right.
We're all still here.
We're all still here.
Hey, guys, I love you guys. All right? All of you.